Hello, good evening. Welcome to NightMayr. Wow, with me, your host, Chrissie Mayr. Tonight's guest, ooh, you know him. You love him. He is running for governor of New York in 2026. Please put your hands together for the one and only Larry Sharpe.
It is me.
Oh my God.
I have returned. I'm back.
Here.
You may rejoice. Yes, I have returned.
Came out in the freezing ass cold New York weather.
I would do anything for you, my dear. You know that. When you call, I come. I'm at your beck and call.
Really? Would you help me hide a body or something?
100%. I will actually. I will bring. I will bring the lime and the shovel.
Would you help me move?
I would, absolutely.
Whoa, okay, that's the true test.
100%.
Of a friend.
Of course I would. And I even wear those cool gloves with the fingerless. I even wear those when I move.
Oh, like homeless gloves?
Yes, I wear those. So to look like I'm like working.
Oh, wow.
I do that too. Yeah.
Although I would never ask you to help me move because that is something like you really only should like pay people to do, I think. Because it's just, but you know what? Men are strong and capable. So
particularly young ones.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't fit that bill as much as I used to. But yes, young ones particularly, yes. Young men are good. Let them go move things. It's a good idea. Pick things up and put things down.
Even even the Bean, he's 20 months. All he wants to do is like, he just wants to challenge himself all the time.
Of course.
He's just seeing how heavy is this thing? Can I pick it up? Can I carry it around the house? Can I put it down? Like it's interesting. Some things he just wants to throw, like to be sassy, but then we have very heavy like Christmas decorations like that are not meant for kids clearly, right. But it's like a heavy lantern with like a whirling glittery like Santa.
Just leave those blades around for him to play with.
Yeah, he's just like
I was teasing you, calling you a bad mom.
I'm a terrible mom.
I was teasing you, calling you a bad mom.
I'm always watching him and I'm just like, okay, eventually, yes, put that down. But I will let him like pick stuff up.
Good.
Why not?
Good. No, I agree. My daughters are a little bit older. But that was the same way. Let them play, let them enjoy, just watch them. I remember my daughter would go out and she'd want to go out and play and she'd want to go in the dirt or whatever. And her mom would be so mad. She came back dirty. Yeah, I took her out. That's how that works.
That's how.
Yes.
And guess what? You can take a shower or a bath and then it's like you're good as new.
You could do that. Absolutely. And the other part was great is I remember when she was probably 7 or 8, it was snowing and we had her in the Astoria Park with her friend. And she had, we took her down to that area with sleds. And she was like, "Hey, Dad."
Like a hill?
Yeah, a hill, yes.
They call them hills.
Yeah, they called back in my day, we called them hills and we liked it. But anyway, but no. So she wants to take the sled down a flight of stairs where everything's frozen over the ice. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll be at the bottom. So it's fine. If something goes bad, I'll be there. So yeah, I let her go down the stairs. Yeah, absolutely frozen. I never told her mom that, but yeah.
And well, hopefully she's not listening to this.
She's mad as we speak.
I was telling Larry before we started, I was like, excuse me, like if not only did I not shower today because mom life, but I'm wearing, like anyone who wears velvet knows this, like velvet tends to just trap your BO, like you're holding your own BO hostage with you. And so I'm just going to keep my arms down, hope for the best and not make any sudden movements. But then Larry, you were like, don't worry. And then you told me an interesting story about.
It's true. Napoleon is on campaign in the Italian peninsula.
Not dynamite.
There is not dynamite. Napoleon Bonaparte. He was not French, by the way. He was Corsican. So people understand.
Corsican.
He was Corsican. He was not French. He was Corsican.
What is that? Italian?
That is an island off of the coast of France. So he was Corsican. There was no Italy at the time. Italy is a relatively new country. 1870 something is when it became a country.
Wow.
It was the Italian peninsula. So he's fighting in the Italian peninsula. 1796, I think, is true. And he is coming back and he writes a note to his wife, Josephine, who he adores and worships. And he says, I'll be back in 3 days. Don't wash. So
don't wash.
Whenever he wanted her to be nice and ripe for his return. So yes.
He's just don't wash away that ass juice.
No, keep it.
Will.
I want it nice and ripe. Please do not change.
Was this? Do we know what season this was? Was this winter, summer?
Well, a campaigning season back then was not the winter. You couldn't campaign in the winter because you couldn't feed your army. So it had to be the summer, spring, or fall.
Oh, okay. So the sweaty months.
Yeah, it was the sweaty months. It was, yes. So
that did not make me feel better.
So.
But
well, look, Napoleon would have thought you were hot. I mean, that's something.
Okay, good. That's good. Well, he's dead now, and he can't super chat. So
we could try.
The last time you were here, Larry, we were talking about Zohran Mamdani running for mayor of New York City, and I thought he'll never win. It's gonna be Cuomo
I don't
all
think
the
that's
way.
what I said.
And you're like, I know this dude.
Yes, because I do. Yes, for those of you who are listening or watching and don't know, I live in the belly of the beast in New York City. AOC is my congressperson, and until next month, Zohran Mamdani is still my assemblyman.
Oh, he's an assemblyman first?
My assemblyman, correct.
Whoa.
He is officially still my assemblyman until he becomes mayor, and then there'll be a special election, and they'll put somebody in that spot. And by the way, the Republicans will run no one, because they never do in my district.
They figured, why even try?
You can't even bother. Zohran wins 99-1. And the 1% is write-ins, like the Daffy Ducks and the Mickey Mouse's write-ins. That's who.
Hey, I thought they would do a good job.
I was in. I mean, look, for a guy who wears no pants, Daffy Duck is really.
Like, we can't understand what he's saying.
He doesn't communicate well. That's not a strength.
He's passionate.
He is. And he does always. He's a veteran. You see, he has his sailor suit on.
Right.
So he's also a veteran. So I'm impressed by that aspect of his career. But yeah, bad communicator. But in any case, he wins 9-1, and that is a situation where, like, Stalin would be like, "Man, those are good numbers."
Why did he
Saddam Hussein
win?
would be jealous
He
of that.
won, like, in a landslide.
Not a landslide, but he did win. Well, he won a landslide for his assembly seat, but for the mayorship, he just won. He actually won the majority. And the reason why people don't know why he won, the real reason why he won, is not because he is charismatic. He is charismatic. That's true. That's the reason why. He won because there's a thing called matching funds in New York City. Most people don't know what that is. For every dollar that is considered eligible, New York City will match you $8 for every $1 you raise. So he raised about $4 million total, which is a lot, but compared to Cuomo, nothing. Cuomo raised $20 million.
How did he?
About
how
$1.5 million of that.
Raise money like,
Hold
like
on,
that kind of money?
About $1.5 million of that was eligible. So New York City matched that. So New York City literally wrote him a check for $12 million.
Whose money is that?
That's your tax and my taxpayer dollars.
That's infuriating.
That is. See, what's happened is that the Democratic Party and Republican grifters here in the state have figured something out. People aren't voting anymore. They're not giving anymore. Why bother? Nothing changes. Right? So why bother voting? Democrats always win. Who cares? Stop giving money.
Wow.
Well, there's a whole lot of grifters who got to buy their third house in Florida, okay? Have you thought of that? Chrissie, I
have not.
Do you care about them at all, you selfish person?
I don't even have one house in Florida.
And they want a third one. So God, someone's going to pay for that. So they said, someone's going to pay for that. So what are we going to do? People aren't giving. Aha. What we'll do is we'll make matching funds and we'll just force them to give. And they won't have a choice. And so we have matching funds now.
When did that start?
This last year. So guess who else gets matching funds coming up next year?
You?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yes, New York State. It's terrible when my opponents get it. Awesome when I get it. Let's just
Right.
make sure I'm a total hypocrite. Just make sure we're clear on that.
And
When
they can
I
do
get
this?
it, it's amazing.
So
But
this
I
is
don't get 8-1. I get 6-1.
This is taxpayer money. Where would it normally go to? Like, where would it go to if not to your guys?
Probably some other terrible bureaucrat. I mean, of course.
Wow.
I mean, nothing gets better, right? Our schooling gets more expensive, taxes go higher, and nothing gets better. We're still losing 300,000 people every single year in New York State, just leaving and walking away.
Where are they going?
They're going to Florida, most of them. But they're also going there. Believe it or not, there's a way station. That way station is called New Jersey. That's the way station. Yes.
That's like, I'm not quite ready to
I'm
move.
not ready yet.
It doesn't even feel like you're out of state.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm just over here.
Exactly. Yeah, just moved across the river. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah.
You do that. I'm so close to see my friends. Some people go to Pennsylvania. Some do
Yeah.
that. So Pennsylvania, New Jersey is a way station. Then they go. The people who go to Jersey go, oh no, I'm out. They give about 2-3 years. Then they're in South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Florida.
Wow.
That's the way station. So yeah, we took in 200,000 migrants in 2023, I think, and we still lost 100,000 people.
Where do most of the illegals, where are they mostly living now?
Yeah, a big chunk are still in New York City, but a lot of them moved upstate and even left the country, other places. But the issue, people, when they hear the migrants coming, they always go, we don't want them. We don't want them. We may not want them, but big business loves them. Cannot
Why?
get enough.
Because
of
they're
them.
write-offs or
No, because they're cheap labor. They can't wait. They cannot wait. We have a big problem, and I'm going to be a little bit serious for a second. People who are Republicans get mad at Democrats for migrants. They shouldn't. They should be mad at Biden. This was a Biden issue. This was not a Democrat or Republican issue. This was a Biden issue. Hochul didn't want them. Neither did Eric Adams. He didn't want them either. Obama didn't want them. Clinton didn't want them.
Nope.
Right? None of them. Right? This is Biden's fault. This is specifically to him, not to a party.
what did he do? He did it so Kamala would win?
I think he did it because I think either he didn't know what he was doing, option one.
Right, it was the pen.
Correct. It might have been the pen. Who knows? But my gut says someone convinced him that this was the way of the future, and there's two reasons why. Reason number one is we have about 8 to 10 million American young men who've checked out of the economy. Just checked out. They don't
8 to 10 million.
Correct.
Men. How many
Between the
women,
ages
or
of
is it more?
It's almost only men.
What?
Yes.
That just aren't working?
Why do you think women can't find men?
I don't know.
Why do you think we're not getting married?
Video games?
Why do you think every yes, video games, they aren't working. They're playing video games. Correct. Yes. Why do you think you have women who were in their 20s and 30s dating men in their 40s and 50s? Because you can't find young men who are doing anything. Yes.
I guess those women assume that those, like the good ones, are all taken.
Well, many of them are. It's true. Many of them are.
I think you gotta just wait till they get divorced and then come up around the other side.
That would be okay, except they're not even getting married in the first place.
Right.
You have 8 to 10 million men between about 20 and 50 in that area.
How do you know this? How do you know that these are the numbers?
You look at Mike Rowe. He's been talking about this for years. Mike Rowe's been bringing this up for years. But now look at all the data. People who are not working, gig work, 3 or 4 people in one apartment, all renting rooms.
They're called stand-up comedians, Larry.
Well, yes, but those people are trying to work.
We have roommates sometimes. I did live like that for a time.
I agree with you. I'm not against roommates. I'm not against any of that. But the problem is they have no hope. These
are comedians.
Well, no, comedians don't think they're going to wind up on late night one day or something. They all do.
A lot of them don't have hope.
Oh, okay, so maybe they don't. I stand corrected. But when you have all those men checked out, not just that, you have another situation where we've told our young men for decades going into the trades is stupid. And it's a lie, but we've been telling them for years.
That they are stupid to do that.
Yes. Don't go. Why would you do that?
It's not as respected as like going to college.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be smart.
Yes, and get a degree. It doesn't matter what your degree is in. It's where you learn how to think, blah, blah. Get a master's degree in, childhood book review.
Childhood basket weaving.
Yes, get that. Yeah, get that. And then what happens? Well, what can you do with that? Well, I know you're upset about this, but I ordered a large, if you don't mind. Right?
No,
That's
we
it.
need people,
That's basically what happens.
We need people doing things, not like
correct. So who's going to do those jobs?
Learning's sake.
So 8 to 10 million men who have checked out of the economy. I got a huge chunk of men who for 30 years have been told, don't go into trades, it's stupid. Who's going to fill those jobs? Migrants. And now I got one more thing. I got AI. So now I've got AI coming in. That's why Trump turned on his H-1B visas. Remember, all of a sudden he was like,
yes,
he was like, oh
right?
no, they're all bad. Now he's like, just kidding. I got jokes. I'm Trump. I got jokes. H-1B is fine. That's to replace AI.
So you think he's afraid of AI, or?
Of course he is. Everybody is. Of course he is. Have you seen the layoffs?
That AI. Okay, so what's the natural conclusion of that? What's the worst case scenario for AI that it puts Americans out of work?
Already happening.
And also illegals out of work. But so then why would he
No, it won't be. But right now, AI, unless eventually we come up with physical robots who can do those physical jobs, and that might happen one day, but that's down the road a bit, right? Who is going to do those physical jobs? Here's what we know.
You mean like an Amazon warehouse? You mean like, I don't know.
No, I mean like fixing my plumbing.
Okay.
I mean, like roofing.
Oh, imagine a robot coming to your house to fix your toilet.
One day that might happen. Who knows?
I would need to see a robot with an ass crack. You know what I mean? I need to.
Well, you can design it how you like. You know.
I need them to be overweight, and I would feel comfortable that way.
So you just get a heavy robot with an ass hanging out. It's fine. They could do it. No issues. Whatever.
I just feel like that's not important to the people making the AI.
Well, then no, they would, because they want to. You'll be the customer.
Right.
They'd be like, what does Chrissie want? Chrissie wants an ass crack. Done. Done and done.
More crack.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, you can go out and protest for more ass crack if you like. Up to you.
I interrupted you with my stupid ass crack comment. So Trump is worried about AI. So he'd rather have what the H-1B thing is to have.
Needs to get more people coming over to be able to,
like smart migrants to come over.
Yes.
Like skilled labor people, not just.
Well, generally speaking, tech.
Okay, tech.
Generally speaking, tech.
So we're talking Indians,
Chinese
people.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
In general, Asians.
Just Asians.
But also Eastern Europeans.
Oh yeah. Ukrainians.
Yes, Eastern Europeans. But in general, Asians, but also Eastern Europeans. There's people from all over, but it's heavily Asian, South Asian and East Asian, both, and also some Eastern Europeans. Have them come over. That's what they want. That's what tech bro wants, tech bro gets. So that's kind of how that works. So that's the problem. That's why they all came. That's why they're still coming. And You're asking what's the end game of AI? Sadly, it looks like that may be the end game. I hope it's not. I'm trying to stop it. Here's how you can deal with the issue. I'll give you a couple things. Can I be governor-y for a while?
Please.
All right. Here's how you begin to fix that. Trump has already said that he is not going to allow any state regulation on AI. And I've been telling people this forever. They're like, Larry, you got to stand up for AI. Useless. Never going to happen. Here's the reason why. AI is a weapon system. And so people don't understand. It's a weapon system. AI is already beginning to control the combat in Ukraine. It will eventually, in the next couple of years, control the combat in Ukraine. It is a weapon system. So imagine for a minute.
How is it a weapon system?
When I know if I have the right AI tools, I can crash your economy in 30 days, 60 days, just destroy it. Right? Over half of all the trades being made right now are done by AI. Right? Over half.
In stock market trades?
Yes. Over half are being done, right? Purchasing of bonds, purchasing of stock, over half are being done just by AI. So if I have the right AI tool, right, all I do is I go, okay, whatever, German economy, France economy, whatever. Here's my AI tool, destroy it. Create a bubble, then blow it up. Done. 30 days, 60 days, destroyed. Everyone knows that. Not just that, on the battlefield, right? I don't want to have my men or my women die on the battlefield. My robots and my AI guys blow it all up. We'll do that instead. And if the other country doesn't have it, then their people die while my robots die. Well, I can make robots a whole lot better. And my people will love fighting the war if they're not dying.
Right.
Your people won't because they'll all be dead.
Wow.
So it becomes a weapon system. If you could imagine for a second when they were making the nuclear bomb, if someone
like
said...
every movie.
Yes.
Plot, like...
But let me move to the piece that why it matters. If you go to anything like that, weapons of mass destruction, whether that is a nuclear weapons, do you think we would have been like, oh, let's regulate nuclear weapons while the Russians and the Nazis get the bomb? No way. We are going to go get the bomb. The only way you stop these is mutually assured destruction. That is why we don't have nuclear war. That's the reason why they're fighting in Ukraine. There's no nuclear bombs. That's why after World War I, we weren't using gas or biological weapons en masse, because we realized if I do the other thing, I'll do it. Right?
Yeah.
So if we both have hardcore AI and China is already working hardcore on AI, if we work hardcore on AI, China will not destroy our economy because we'll destroy theirs. It'll be mutually assured destruction.
Right.
That is why we have to do this, and we will do it. It doesn't matter what we want. So how do we fix it? That was doom and gloom. There's a way of getting around it. Here's how we do it.
If we have any Chinese listeners, don't be reporting any of this back to China, okay? I know you guys like doing that.
They don't have a choice. They kind of have to. I'm not mad at you, Chinese people.
But if you're a fan of the show, just do me a solid.
For Chrissie's
keep it to yourself.
Massive China
My huge
China audience.
Chinese audience.
Guys, stop, okay? Ni hao already. Stop. All right. Okay. So that's like the only China. I actually was in China. There's a couple. In fact, I think the actual phrase would be buyao. Buyao. I think that would actually be the
buyao. That's what I say when I stub my toe.
It means I don't want any.
Oh.
I think that's right. I was in China many years ago. I think that's correct. Anyway, my point being, as I'm yapping away, there is a way to fix this. What AI needs is energy, right? Without energy, you can't do it. What are you going to do? Nuclear power plants in New York, but here's the key. You want to have the nuclear power plants authorized within specific municipalities or counties, co-op half owned by the people in the county. You create a fund just like Alaska does. Alaska gives a check to all its residents from all the oil that it makes, all the cells. They get a check for about $1,000 every single year. They get a check.
Wow.
Yes, it's true. Alaska already does it. We copied that model in New York with a bunch of nuclear power plants. There's about 12 to 14 sites right now in New York State that we've already it used to be a coal plant we got rid of because green, whatever stupid shit that we've done.
Are we over that now?
No, I wish we were, but we are not. We need to be over that stupidity, but we're not. Anyway, this makes everybody happy.
Okay.
You put a nuclear power plant right in the same spot, already connected, just click it back up, put it up there, half owned by the local people. Why? Why would you want to have, say, a data center in your town or a blockchain mining facility in your town? You wouldn't. It just makes your energy expensive, and it maybe has 10 or 12 jobs total.
Huh, okay.
But if you have a nuclear power plant in your town, that's hundreds of jobs. If you have a nuclear power plant job, there's over 4 jobs to support one person.
Look at Homer Simpson. And
bingo!
That was...
He raised a family on that job.
Yes, and Marge
3 kids.
didn't have to work.
Marge didn't work. See that?
And he was very stupid.
He was dumb.
And held that job for, what, 23 seasons now?
I mean, a lot, 30 now.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. So 30 years. See,
Job
Simpsons
security.
is history. You didn't know that was true, but it's true. So once we do that, now all of a sudden something else happens. If it's half owned by the people, they can decide the money coming in. Okay, do I want to create a fund that will pay for my infrastructure? Do I want to give everybody a check, like a privatized, localized, non-taxed UBI, like Alaska has? Or do I want to fund a local public bank so that people can start businesses? The people decide. At that point, you can't wait to have them in. Come on in, because you're buying up all the energy. I'm getting a check, or I got a bank. I can now get a loan to start a business, or whatever. Or you bring more people into that. I'm opening up my diner so you can come eat. Whatever. You begin to build out local communities. The answer is not centralization. The answer is decentralization and community. People thrive in community. You do that, you can add one more piece. You do a lot of Bitcoin mining or blockchain mining. You can create localized currencies. You create localized currencies. Everyone's working together.
Use that. Well, I don't know if it's Costa Rica. I think it's Costa Rica. Very into Bitcoin.
Yep. And El Salvador.
Okay. Two places they probably won't go.
Well, you could go to Costa Rica. Let people go there. Kind of fun. They speak English.
Okay, I'll think about it.
So maybe.
Any Costa Ricans in the chat?
You know, you're a massive Costa Rican.
To my Costa Rican fan base.
So many of them.
I take back everything I said about the Latinkses. That's interesting. Okay.
So yes, I think the way you get around controlling, because again, the local people get a cut, so they'll be happy to deal with it because they'll get a cut. But not just that, they also have voting rights. So let's say, for example, some AI company is doing something nefarious. They go, oh, we vote to not give you energy. Mm-hmm. That's how we literally can control AI. You can't control AI from the technology standpoint. The government's not going to let you. So how do you get around it? It's a back-end way control of energy.
What do you mean the government wouldn't let you?
Literally, Trump is saying
everything?
You may not. There can be no regulations. Trump's already wrote the order. No state regulations, only federal regulations.
Why is that?
Because he wants to make sure nothing slows down AI, as I said, to make sure we can
keep up with China.
Keep up with China. So that's a done deal. So, okay, how do we control something we don't like? Control the energy. If you want to control AI, someone has to be able to pull the plug. Someone has to. Now, if we don't do what I'm talking about, there'll be 6 billionaires who'll be able to decide to pull the plug or not. That's option one. I don't like that option. So I'm going to go with people locally being able to just pull that plug. Go, no, you're not doing it. No, you're not doing it.
How bad do you think, so Zoran won, how bad do you think New York is going to get? He had a very successful, I heard, meeting with Trump.
Oh, he wooed
He charmed him?
He did. I'm telling you, that guy is no dummy.
They're both performers.
They are. But look, this is the thing, people get mad when I say this about Trump, but it's absolutely true. He's a deal maker. That's what he is. People say, oh, he's a conservative. No, he's not. He's none of that stuff. He is, at his core, he is a New York State real estate developer. Mm-hmm. That's what he's always been. And sometimes that has worked out very well for him. And sometimes it has bitten him in the ass. Mm-hmm. But that's who he is. Otherwise, he can't not be that guy. That's who he is. So when Mamdani was savvy, he listened to what Curtis Sliwa said. See, Curtis Sliwa said, when they asked him how you going to handle Trump, he said, I'm going to deal with him. He's a deal maker. Curtis Sliwa knows Trump and was like, I'm going to make a deal with him because you make a deal. That's how you handle him. Right. You know who else did that? If you remember, Gavin Newsom did.
Also, not to interrupt you, but I remember, because I guess Trump really wants to get a Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, so he brokered a peace deal with, I forget what, I'm going to not say shitty country, what like African countries he like just brokered peace in. And he made basically like he paired this peace deal with like a minerals deal.
Yep.
And basically it was like, hey, like to motivate them to do this. They're like, well, we're going to just send a lot of business your way if you guys work your shit out. I thought that was really clever.
And he decided to accept the warlords, which is what the Chinese have been doing for years.
Accept the warlords?
Yes. And this is what we have a problem with, right? Many parts of Africa are still run by local warlords. Even if they have some type of democracy on top, local warlords matter, right? Because when we carved up Africa, we didn't care about tribes. We went, the Belgians like that, and the Frenchies like that, and the Germans like that. And the tribes like, we hate these guys. Like they didn't care. So local warlords often still run things in Africa. Well, the Chinese come in and go, okay, so to get the train built, who do we have to bribe? They say that. Oh, okay, Warlord 5 and Warlord 8, you got to bribe them, and then we're going to need some bombs from you so we can get rid of Warlord 2. And the Chinese go, okay, great, write a check, and go. America goes, no, we have to whatever, think about and be righteous and care about stuff. And Trump said, where's the warlord? Okay, fine. He followed the Chinese model. And people didn't like it, but it does.
It gets things done.
He's a deal maker.
Right.
So he said, okay, I'll do that thing. I believe not, it was Burundi, Rwanda, and the Democratic
Congo?
Congo, yeah. Yes, those 3 countries were all fighting.
Wow.
And believe it or not, the weirdest part about that, the French have been pushed out of Africa. and they are pissed off, which is why they want to fight in Russia. They've been replaced by Romanians and Russians.
Wow.
The Romanians have got their ass kicked in that war. They literally had to pack up and leave. The only people left over are the Russians. And the Russians from the Wagner group, if you remember that story from the Ukrainian war, all those trained guys, after their leader had an accident, you know how Putin gave him an accident. After that happened, he had to get rid of all those guys who were loyal to him, send them all to Africa. So if you look, the French have been kicked out of all of, it's called, I think it's called the Sahel, which is 4 or 5 countries in Western Africa. It's Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, and one more, Niger. I think those 4.
4 countries I will never visit.
Yeah, probably not. And I probably would not.
Unless there's a Groupon.
Yes.
Who knows?
You could group on maybe Mauritania, but the rest I would not go to at all.
More like
yes.
Lessitania.
Yeah, there's Lessitania on that one.
Mauritania, more problems is what they say.
I got 99 Mauritanians. I'm sorry, no. Anyway, my issue here with that is you see the French get kicked out and the Russians come in. Well, Trump knew that and didn't try to get the French back in. He went, I don't care. It's fine. Let's make a deal. Right. And now that's Western Africa. Just talk about Eastern Africa. It's Burundi, Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo. Hold on. And then Chad and North and South Sudan. Sudan now is back in another civil war. So they cut off South Sudan and then now we're good. The North Sudan said, no, we're not going to go back to war. So they all went to war also. That war, by the way, is being funded by Qatar and Iran. So he got involved in that too. That's why they're all connected, because they're all funding each other. And this is why a lot of people don't want to end the war in Ukraine. If you remember when Trump said he'll end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours, I was like, no way.
Why? What's the benefit to keeping it going?
The second you end that war, you are going to have tens of thousands of battle-trained veterans with no place to go. What are they going to do?
Work at Trader Joe's?
They're going to go to Syria.
Why? What's in Syria?
You know what's in Syria?
Syrians?
Yes.
Are you Syrians right now?
Yeah, I am Syrians right now. I'm totally Syrian. So
I'm killing it tonight.
Yes, you are. You are. So what are you going to do with all those people, right? Now.
Wait, why would they go to Syria?
Okay. I'm going to go do some history. I did some Napoleonic history. Now I'm going to go do 1500s history.
Okay.
One of the reasons why the Spanish came over to America in the 1500s was because they had a bunch of conquistadors who had been fighting in the Spanish wars, who have pushed the Moors out all over Europe. Well, now I've got a queen now, and what have I got? I've got literally thousands of trained soldiers who made tons of money killing Moors, pushing Muslims out of Spain.
More or less.
Well, yes, more and less. And now what am I going to do? Less is
more.
Well, they obviously like killing brown people, so they said, don't kill brown people here. Go across the ocean and kill brown people. And they got them out of the city. They got them out of the area. Well, Putin's going to have the same problem.
Wow.
Putin's going to have, hundreds of thousands of Russians who, if you're a Russian person, you maybe make $500 a month, average. Well, if you're in an army, you're making $2,000 a month.
Oh.
So now you're making $2,000 a month, and now when I'm going to go back to working at a gas station, I'm not doing that. And not just that, I'm battle hardened. Not just that, I've got excitement.
Wow.
So what are you going to do? Well, the Burundians, they're hiring to go fight, right? The Malians are fighting. The Syrians, remember the Syrians were in a civil war forever. Right? They were fighting the Iranians, they were fighting the Israelis in the southern part. Well, if that war ended, the Israelis don't take over Syria. Remember, the Russians were in Syria, and the Russians couldn't do anything. In fact, for those of you who may not know, the Russians in Syria had many bases in Syria. So in come the Turks, in come the Israelis. What do Russians do? They go, can we just keep our base on the coast? We got a naval base. Can we just move our troops there, and you guys do what you want? And they went, yeah. The Russians moved over, kept their base, done. If you got 10, 20,000 hardcore trained Russian soldiers who know drone warfare, who know trench warfare, no one attacks Syria. Syria's golden. If you know, where did Assad go? He went to Russia. But Russia couldn't do anything because they're stuck in Ukraine. As Russia's stuck in Ukraine, we can go other places.
That's really interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm yapping away. Am I boring your audience?
No, my brain can only fit so much. Like now that I've learned that, I think maybe 2 or 3 cookie recipes have fallen out the other side.
I pushed them out. I'm sorry.
You did push a few things out. And maybe some of my high school cheerleading choreography is now lost forever.
I wanted to see you do those cheers.
All right, it's back.
I now regret I now regret saying what I did. I was okay with the cookie because I'm a keto person, so I don't mind the cookie recipes.
It's fine. History is fine, I guess.
Missing that part, now I'm upset.
I made 90. Yeah, Larry doesn't eat cookies. I made 90 cookies on Friday. White chocolate macadamia nut, M&Ms with chocolate chips, and Reese's Pieces with chocolate chips. Gave some to Matt, and then there's more.
Delicious.
There's more over there. But
we actually do keto Christmas in my house.
What? That sounds terrible.
I know it does, but it's actually not.
Keto Christmas?
We do keto Christmas. Yes, we have obviously the meat, which is keto, but we actually have keto gravy with like almond flour.
Okay.
So we do that. We also do a keto pie, which is with zucchini and monk fruit sweetener. Yeah.
Okay, Larry. It's Christmas. You're gonna let me get the monk fruit out. Let me get the zucchini.
I'm busting out the monk fruit.
That's not dessert.
I don't mind.
That's an insult.
I've just made everybody unhappy now.
You're not going to be like, okay, I'm good and I'm on this like 95% of the year. You're good. It's Christmas. You're not going to have like a piece of pie.
If I visit someone, I will. But in my own home, no. My house is a keto house. Like if you come to my home, you got to search to find the carb. Like you're going to have to order. You
got to chew on some drywall.
There's not enough carbs in that either. So even that's not going to help you, Chrissy. You can chew on a drywall all you want. It's not going to help you. So no, you gotta search for a carb in my house. You do. You gotta search. You gotta work for it.
You're having people over for a holiday.
Then I would change it. If I was having people over, I would. But it's just my family. So the whole family is keto. So it doesn't matter.
Are they all angry at you at your lack of flavorful?
They love it because they have energy. They don't worry about their weight. They don't worry about their looks. Their systems work well. Keto is magic. It is magic. But the sad part is people don't know this. Keto actually is unsustainable for most people. It has about a 70% failure rate.
Oh, really?
Most people cannot maintain keto.
Because we're not disciplined?
The culture is against keto.
Because what? Because
the culture is all about
food is subsidized and cheap.
100%. The culture is against keto. So most people, in fact, I don't know if I told you this story before. I go to my doctor. I go to a doctor once every 4 years when I run for office. So I went about 3 years ago when I ran for office, and the doctor was like, "We have to put you on some statins." I said, "Oh. Is my cholesterol bad?"
What's a statin?
A statin is a drug you take to lower your cholesterol.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, in theory, I mean, it's not. Statins are garbage and useless. No one should have statins. I'm not a doctor.
Do you ever get like statin cling and then all the thing, and then your hair stands up?
Yeah, he's too young.
I'm making a statin cling joke. Get out of here, fired.
Yes, it is statin cling is true. But no. So she said, I said, is it bad? She said, no. I said, well, why would I want to go on a statin? And she goes, well, it's preventative.
Or you just go to Staten Island.
I love Staten Island, by the way. And I actually went to many of, by the way, Curtis Lee was events on Staten Island. He's very popular on Staten Island, by the way.
Because Staten Island is based.
In what? Based in what?
Reality.
Based in reality. Okay, good. Nice comeback. Well done.
Yeah.
So anyway, and I said, well, why? She goes, it's preventative. I said, no, I'm on the keto diet. And she said, oh, no, that's not sustainable. I said, I've been on it for 12 years. Well, she didn't know any better. Like she just thought, no, you can't do it. I'm not mad at my doctor for that. I'm not.
She's short-circuited.
She's statistically correct. It is unsustainable for most people. But if I've been on it 12 years, I'm part of the 30%. Like you should get that at that point. Oh, this is the one guy who can do it.
What's your typical... I know I've asked you this before, but like typical day of meals, what does that look like?
I usually eat twice a day.
Okay.
I tend to, not always, but I tend to do intermittent fasting. So I usually eat around 6 or 7 hours. That's my window, 6 or 7 hours. I usually eat my first meal somewhere around noon to 1. It's almost always 3 or 4 eggs, a half a pound of chopped meat. The eggs, of course, are pasture raised, and the chopped meat is grass-fed and grass-finished. Sauerkraut, so that I have some good fermentation for my gut health, and mustard, which is also fermentation for my gut health, and coffee. That tends to be. No, I usually will put some grass-fed cream, half and half of cream in it. I'll put some in. I will put some in, and if I sweeten it, it's with stevia. Okay. So we'll sweeten it with stevia. So we'll have some of that. That's usually my breakfast, or which is my lunch, and then at night I will either have something similar to that. I used to. Before my daughters were keto.
How early do you get up though?
I usually get up somewhere between, depending. I get up very early to get my daughters off to school, so I get up around 6:30.
And you're not eating till noon.
Or I sometimes go back to bed, and sometimes I stay up. Yeah, I just stay up. Yes, I'll just stay up. If you're on a keto lifestyle, you're rarely hungry. I'm rarely hungry.
Wow.
I eat because it's the time to eat,
Okay. Wow.
not because I'm hungry. I'm rarely hungry. I don't have sugar spikes. I don't have a blood sugar.
And that's what makes you hungry.
I never have a blood sugar spike.
Because you have no sugar in your blood.
There's no sugar in my blood, so I don't have I don't have a blood sugar spike, so it doesn't matter. So and then at night, before my daughters were heavily on keto, they came on keto a year or so ago. I usually would have a salad with some type of meat, either pork or chicken or almost always beef on top, with lettuce, tomato, peppers. Which that's my fruit is tomatoes and peppers because those are actually officially fruit. So I have those as my fruit, and that's all I would have, and coffee and water all day. That's all I would eat. Now my daughters, they're not as disciplined as I am with that. They like having different types of foods. So we'll make keto burritos with egg wraps, or we'll make keto spaghetti with high fibered, low carb spaghetti and spaghetti sauce. We'll make keto tacos, again, egg wraps or keto wraps, either one, and so we'll do that too. We do pork chops, chicken adobo, pork adobo. We'll do that also. So, and I cook a lot. I'm almost all our meals are in home, and almost all are home cooked. And I don't have a fancy watch or a fancy car. I spend my money on food. I'm concerned about my food, so I'm worried. I want to make sure my daughters are healthy and safe, and I want to make sure that I live for a nice long time so I can save New York State.
What a good dad you are.
It's true.
Is New York savable?
It is, if we do one important thing. We have to
Vote
create.
for you?
Well, that's the number one thing. But again, as I said, if you remember my Joe Rogan interview back in 2018, at the end of the interview, he said, I repeat this often because I love it so much. He said, Larry, you've got great ideas. Where'd you get them from? I said, me and my team put them together. He goes, you better lock them down. I said, lock them down? Why? He said, people take them. I said, take them. I don't have to run. I'll go home with my family. Just fix my state. I'm doing this not because I love doing this. This is punishment. It is. I get scolded all the time. I get insulted all the time. I get disrespected constantly. I've got to raise money all the time. I got to know every goddamn thing. If I don't know anything, people call me stupid and attack me. It's punishment. So no one does it. No one does it because it's punishment. Yeah. It's not glorious doing this. It is nothing but punishment. That's what it is consistently. I'm just a hardcore Marine, so I'm prepared to do it because I want to fight and I want to save my state.
You're disciplined.
But most people won't do it. They will not do it. If you've noticed, someone runs for independent once, never again. It's my third time.
Yeah.
So I know what this is about. I know what I'm in. I didn't say that for someone to feel sorry for me. Please don't. I knew what I was doing.
Didn't Cuba just have an election where like the guy who just won is like 59? It's like his third time running or something.
Oh, I don't know. Is that right?
And he's actually like a Republican. Like I think Cuba's getting like pretty based in Republican now. I just heard that today.
I believe you.
So that made me happy. I'm like, oh.
If the advantage of running is you see how terrible it is, right? It's a sewer. It's horrible. And if you can actually learn and do it again, you're better.
Yeah.
If you can learn to do it again, you're even better, right? Because you just learn. You understand what you have to do, how it works.
Right. Just look at like Trump's 2 terms, the difference there.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you another example, though. A more Nixon, Reagan, Biden. All 3 took 3 chances to win.
Oh, wow.
All 3.
I forgot about
3 runs.
that.
Nixon, Reagan, Biden, all 3 ran 3 times.
I forget Biden ran 3 times.
Yes, he did. 3 times. Yep. So, hey, maybe this is my time.
Yes. Third time's a charm.
Could be. You never know.
Okay.
You never know.
How much damage do you think Zoran's going to do?
I think not much. And again, even Sleeper said so. Sleeper was like, it was not going to end. We survived de Blasio. De Blasio was a terrible mayor. He was terrible.
I'll never forget him and his wife slow dancing during the COVID lockdowns on New Year's Eve. Just like the most out of touch thing, like in Times Square.
Yeah, they
like
terrible.
They're wearing furs. I was like, you
and
guys.
He literally gave her about $900 million that she lost. I'm not even joking.
Where did that money go?
Does it really matter? I mean, what's $900 million between friends? I mean, come on.
Where did that money come from?
Yes. Taxpayer dollars. Where else?
How do you steal that much money?
Yeah.
How?
You notice that New York City's budget's over $100 billion. So what's $900 million? What are you going to do? Come on. What are you
so much money.
Yes. So she just lost that. So it's fine. But no, we survived him. We'll survive Mondani. And here's the thing I mentioned, which is crazy. I mentioned that we're going to have a situation that's so weird that Kathy Hochul may be our savior.
Whoa.
I know.
How?
I know. She's already stopping it. She's already saying, I'm not doing the free bus thing. I'm not doing the I'm not doing a rent thing. I'm not doing any of that stuff. The reality people don't recognize.
Because Hochul is the current governor. Yeah.
Yes. The thing people don't realize is New York City is very unique in many ways, but the most important way is New York City is the only major city we have that crosses multiple counties.
Right.
Why does that matter? Because that means the governor runs it because it's cross county. Most cities are within one county. So only the executive and the mayor run things. In New York City, the mayor only really runs two things, really. Schools and cops.
Oh.
It's really about it.
Oh, okay.
Almost nothing else is run by him. In fact, some parts of our city is run by the governor, the president, because it crosses states. Like our MTA system goes into Connecticut and goes into Jersey.
Right.
So when you want things like congestion pricing, the feds get involved.
Interesting.
So people don't recognize the New York City mayor isn't that powerful.
And there's not that much he can really change, right?
It's really cops and schools. It's really cops and schools. That's really what he can deal with, cops and schools. That's the biggest piece. There's other things like agencies and stuff, sure, of course, but it's heavily cops and schools.
So why would he say free buses?
Because people will vote for you. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, why does every politician say the things they say?
Chocolate in the water fountains, right? Chocolate milk in the water fountains.
There's going to be puppies. There's going to be rainbows.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. And you know what? Cupcakes. Yes, cupcakes.
That wouldn't work for you.
Well, there'd be keto cupcakes.
Keto
for me.
cakes.
Keto cakes for me.
Can you
get regular
bake
ones.
keto bread?
Of course you can.
I'm into baking bread now.
You absolutely can make keto bread. Depends what you make it with and how much fiber you put in. And you also can go with things like almond flour and things like that. Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna look into this.
You can actually buy off the shelf, depending on what store you're in, like keto hot dog buns if you want to. They're there. Absolutely. If you're in the keto lifestyle, you want to have heavy fiber because it pushes right through, so the carbs don't get absorbed.
This
Are
sounds like
keto items going to be in the state-run grocery stores?
Of course not, because they're too expensive. So only cheap food will be there. So the state-run grocery stores, if there are any, will actually just be they'll just be bodegas, right?
What's the most expensive thing that you eat and have to buy
Good question.
in the keto life?
Generally speaking, it's the meat that I buy.
Okay.
It used to be eggs when eggs were crazy because I go through a lot of eggs.
If you're having 4 a day,
Yeah, and my daughters also eat eggs. We go through a lot of eggs.
probably a carton a day.
Sometimes about 10 a day, depending upon what we're eating.
You guys need chickens. Where would you put
My
them? though?
daughter loves that idea. My oldest one is thinking about marrying a farm boy
That's great.
because she actually wants chickens. She does. She tells me all the time. She's like, I want a farm boy. I'm like, okay. We'll go upstate and find you a farm boy.
We could do that. I wonder if there's any farmers in the chat who are single.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just let us know.
My daughter's 21.
Oh,
Yes. My oldest is 21.
almost like an adult.
Yes. My oldest, she's an EMT. She's an adult. Yes, she's actually on the back of an ambulance. She's an EMT.
That's scary.
Yes. She loves that job. The things she sees, the people she deals with, she loves it. It's interesting every day. It's different.
She's like a nurse. Yeah, she's okay with blood. She's okay with.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't care. Yep.
She's good in a crisis situation.
Which is why I asked her to do it.
You got her into it?
Well, I want my daughter to be happy, right? That is my number one issue. Happy. So my daughter first wanted to get an art degree. Whatever. So I said, yes. So she had a good art degree. And so I was like, okay, college, generally speaking, unless you have a real good plan, is a colossal waste of time, money, and energy. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan. I don't push it unless you have a plan. Like, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. If you've got a plan, go to college.
My plan is to destroy my liver.
Then
go to college.
I wouldn't go to college because it's way too expensive. You can do it a lot cheaper at home. You can achieve your goal at home. So I got her out of college in just 2 years. She had a college degree in 2 years. Her last year was COVID, was the last year of the lockdowns. So I said, don't go to school. She's like, what? I said, don't go to school. They're going to graduate you. Don't go to school. Just
Wow,
don't go.
you knew.
I know. I know the system. I know the system better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
The system's garbage. Our kids don't know anything. New York City schools are garbage. And I don't care. I'll say it. They're garbage. We drop off almost 40 grand a year per kid. Yes. And we're like ranked like 25th out of 50. I mean, it's embarrassing how bad we are. So I said, don't bother. Remember, all they care about is federal funds. And federal funds come in by graduation rate and placement rate. That's what they care about, right?
So they just fudge it.
So as long as I got her into a college that counts for placement rate, they will graduate her. Doesn't matter what she does. She doesn't have to show up. She didn't, and they graduated her. So I got her. I had her take college that last year. Just go to college the last year. Well, Larry, how'd you get in? I didn't make her take any tests. Nothing. It was COVID. So they were desperate for people. I said, I'll write you a check. They went, deal.
Wow.
And so she got in. So she got into school and she graduated in 2 years because after that was done, she already had a year. Then I had to take CLEP tests and go to summer school. So only 2 years of actual school. So she had a college degree at 20.
That's really
She had a 4-year
neat.
degree at 20. And then she's out. And I'm like, okay, are you done with that? She's like, yes. What do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know, Dad, this, that, the other. I said, have you thought about EMT? She's like, oh my God, it's a great idea. And boom, she went to the EMT school and now she's EMT.
Wow.
She's happy. All I care about is my daughter's being happy.
That's so nice. Okay, what about the other one?
The other one is she loves performing arts. She likes acting, directing, writing. So I got her in a special school in Manhattan going every year. She goes there. And her normal school she goes to is the only Eastern Orthodox school, high school in the entire country, which is in Astoria, Queens.
Oh, wow.
Yes, there's a lot of Eastern Orthodox, like elementary schools and new high schools. There was one high school in the entire country. It is in Astoria, Queens. She goes to that school.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So.
All right, so you're a great dad.
True.
And
This is true. I'm a great dad.
You have a plan to save New York.
But I didn't finish. Sorry, you did ask an important question. I want to go.
I jumped around.
I do want to get. I love chatting with you about anything and cracking jokes, but I do want to get some important things out.
I
if
know.
could.
I do too.
Some. It could be little. I'm fine. This one is how do you solve it? You have to create a New York State social trust. That is a sovereign fund for New York State to start paying for things because our state is so reliant upon government.
Wow.
If you just end it, the state would collapse into chaos. Over 50% of New Yorkers are on the Medicaid and Medicare.
Does that mean they're older?
No,
Or no, that's
it
just the Obamacare. Like
Obamacare is so broken and so battered that most people just go onto Medicaid and Medicare.
Wow.
One or the other. Doesn't matter which one. They go to either one of them.
Medicaid and Medicare, that's one is like low income and
One is low income and one is for over
senior
65.
Okay.
Correct. But that's what we have. That's not good.
Wow.
Right? And not just that, most people are somehow getting some kind of subsidy in some way, shape, or form. EBT. So
Well, yeah, we know all about the waste and the fraud with
it's
that.
everywhere. So I have to find a way to wean people off of that. Creating a social trust is the way to do that. That's how you can wean them off and set them up into other ways. You have to find other ways of supporting people at the community level.
How do you make a social trust?
There's already many of them. One of them is already in Singapore has one. Norway has one. It's basically a sovereign fund. You set up a trust and say, here's cash, whatever that cash is. You can back it any way you want. You could back it with cryptocurrency if you wanted to. You could back it with hard currency like gold, silver if you wanted to. Dollars, we have taxpayer dollars. About $80 to $90 billion every year is New York State taxes. You could back it with that. You could back it with land, either deeds to the land, the value of the land itself. You could sell land. You could lease land out and put money into it. There's many ways you can fill it. But it doesn't immediately make money. You put it in and then you do something else. You allow big business to put money into it and get a dividend. That does several things. And that's what, government of Singapore does that. Government of Norway does that. If that begins to happen, private equity says, wait a minute, maybe I don't want to put money into real estate. Maybe I'll put into this instead. Because I get a dividend. I get a guaranteed dividend. I'll put it into this. If big business starts putting money into the fund and not real estate, by default, you have less people buying real estate, brings housing market down, right? By default, brings rental prices down, number one. But on top of that, putting money into that, which piles money up, we invest that money. Money comes back in. From that, we pay for things. The first thing we can pay for is education. If you start with paying for education, most people, about half of their property tax is school tax in New York State, about half. Some a little high, a little bit lower. If we get rid of school tax, all property tax is cut in half across the state.
Wow.
That's a big chunk for a lot of people, right? People might decide to stay, right? Rents could stabilize. All that could happen if we did that. So I think that's how you begin that social trust. How you do it, you fill it up with money, you have people invest. We have examples of it happening already. Again, Alaska has one, Norway has one. Socialism, when you add capitalism, it's fine. You just got to add capitalism. That's all.
I didn't know
Just
that was
add
even
capitalism.
possible.
And Norway's an example of that. Norway has an amazing safety net. Amazing. I mean, one of the best in the world. So does Singapore. Amazing social net. Of course. They have a $1 trillion sovereign fund for 5 million people. You get health care. You get health care. You get health care.
How did they raise all that money?
They raise it through oil. We raise ours through nuclear power.
Okay.
Singapore raises it through finance. Singapore is a financial hub. They raise it through finance. Norway is basically a country on top of an oil mine, an oil rig. So they raise it through their oil prices. We would do it also through nuclear energy. If we were able to put out 12 to 15 nuclear power plants in New York State, we could do it if we just had no government intervention, 2-3 years. We knock out 12 to 15 of them. Now a chunk of that money all goes to the sovereign fund. Whatever energy we sell. So now we're selling energy and putting in the sovereign fund, raking up cash.
So instead of relying on the federal government for welfare, you're essentially creating like a local welfare program.
Yes, a community. Yes, that you vote on and decide. Local, you vote and decide on. Right? So
because it's not realistic to just tell everybody get a job. Well, sounds
some
good.
people would, right? But if you open up the idea to voluntary cooperatives within local areas, this brings community back. Right? People can decide, hey, the money coming in, let's start up a credit union that can give us cheap loans to buy houses. Let's start up a credit union that can provide cheap loans for small businesses. Okay, do it. We don't want that. You know what? We got a pothole problem. Let's create a fund to pay for potholes. Okay, let's do it. Whatever you want. Locally, and what will happen is people get involved. Right now, people are not involved locally at all. They don't care. We're sitting there worried about, oh my God, Trump this, whatever, Putin that, whatever. You can't pay your rent, man. Why are you spending an hour on Facebook talking about Putin and Trump when your kid can't read?
Because it's a nice distraction.
It is a nice distraction. I have an idea. Instead, show up at the school board because the fund is now paying for school, federal funds don't count anymore. So you can do whatever you want in your local school now. So if you want to put in civics, if you want to put in home ec, if you want to put in Sharpe, you can. Right now you can't because the federal funds come in and all the federal funds care about is ELA and math. Because that's on the test. So that's all you get. So these other things get in the way. Why would I have Future Farmers of America? Why would I have Sharpe? Why would I have civics? That gets in the way.
Yeah, it's like life skills.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's not a test. I don't get my cash from that. But all of a sudden now you can put in whatever you want. Stop going on Facebook yelling about Putin or Netanyahu, whoever you care about. Stop doing that. And instead, go to your local school board and say, let's hire a shop teacher. Because I want my kid to know how to fix a car. Let's do that.
Shop teachers are always cool. They always are having like Vietnam flashback. I'm just thinking of my
They're always
shop
missing
teacher.
a finger or two.
Oh,
Shop is one of the best classes.
Absolutely.
Like, they have an insane temper. Yeah.
They throw stuff.
Oh, yeah. My band teacher, Todd Schusterman, would throw erasers like across the room.
Yep.
And I'm not talking whiteboard erasers. I'm talking a heavy full of chalk eraser, like real eraser, just nailing the drummers in the head, just whoever's in the back making noise, which is usually the percussion section. Good times, though.
The point being, the way we save this is by localizing your community. But you can't just go, be local. Doesn't work. You've got to provide a system for people to do that. Right. It'll take time. That's not going to happen overnight. It's taken 40 years to destroy the state.
Wow.
Right?
When was it? Oh, it was good 40 years ago?
Well, actually, I'm going back now, 34. Actually, I'm like 50, 70s. Right. That's when it started falling apart.
That's when Utica was good.
Correct.
That's when.
Back in the day. That is correct.
When, what else was upstate? The Borscht Belt comedy world was doing great.
Utica was fantastic before Chrissie's review.
Before my review was the final nail in the coffin.
That was the end.
Did you ever see that?
I did not.
Okay.
Should we play it again?
Let's play this again.
Yeah. You're gonna make my daughter cry. She loves Utica.
Really?
Yeah, she does. She's gonna make her cry. But but you're not wrong. Utica is a problem. It's a big problem.
It's a shithole.
Yes. And one of the reasons I actually fought against it in 2018, they put a hospital downtown. And because they decided that let's put a hospital downtown and literally bulldoze 40 businesses. I'm not joking. That literally happened. The group of people who were backing it were actually called No Hospital Downtown. That was the name of the group. I backed them completely. I was like, this is a terrible idea. Don't do it. And they said, no, that's how we make money from the government. The government will give us money. So we'll bulldoze 40 businesses to include housing and everything to put a hospital downtown. Well, we don't have to. The problem, everything that is expensive and terrible is run by government to include hospitals.
Like an urgent care. Just throw in an urgent care.
Or you could have just found a place to put a hospital.
Yeah.
Without having to bulldoze businesses that were there for 3 generations.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, that's the norm. They went, you know what we don't need? Businesses. What we need is a hospital, which again, run by government. Government dollars. The problem with New York State, which is many states, is that 1/3 of New York State's budget is actually from the federal government. 1/3.
That's a lot.
Yes, which is why the second that Trump earlier this year said, we're going to stop giving federal funds out, we were like, we can't feed our kids.
Whoa.
And that should be an embarrassment.
It is, yeah.
We should be embarrassed. Wait a minute, we can't put our kids in school because the government won't give us money? Yeah. I joke all the time. I say, Larry, what is Kathy Hochul's plan to fix New York State? I go, federal funds.
So New York is just a big old welfare, literally a welfare
$20
state.
billion bailout every year. Every
Is
year.
it? Are there any states that get more money?
Yes,
than us?
of course. Yeah. But
California.
of course, there are states, of course, and most of that's debt, right? So most of the money that the federal government gives us is just more debt the federal government tax on. Most of it is.
Holy cow!
Yes.
It's so bad.
It's terrible. It is. That's why I'm trying to. My goal as a New York governor is to cut the strings in the federal government, so that we can be self-sufficient at a local level first. I know it sounds cheesy. I know it does, but it's still true. There's no other way around it.
Well, if you've seen examples of where it works really
Yes.
well,
I'll give you the best example I can possibly give you. In New York State and Pennsylvania, the Amish.
they're crushing it. They
They're
don't need
crushing
They
it.
don't need anybody.
They don't end. The Amish population is growing.
Wow.
People, and it's growing, of course, they're having lots of
They're
kids.
not always on their phones.
They aren't leaving.
Wow.
They have that Rumpspringer thing, right? When after you're done, you say, hey, go out into the world. If you don't like it,
Drink till you puke.
do whatever you're going to do.
Come back, wash your beard, get
but
back out there.
Don't come back unless you know you want to be here to stay out there. And there was time when people were like, this is fun out here. Now,
No, it's
nobody's
not.
saying that. Like, no. Could I come back, Dad?
Can I
know.
do a reverse Rumspringa where
Exactly.
I just join the Amish?
Yes, you can. People are doing that.
Look, I've been out here in this real world.
I'm
And
going to give you some horrible stats to make you
Okay.
feel crazy. You ready?
yes,
You know the most popular religion growing in the world is?
Islam.
And you know who is joining it more than anybody else? Christian women.
Why?
Yes.
Do they hate themselves?
Yes. I'm not joking.
Whoa.
They feel
that's
there
really
are so
sad.
many women in America today who feel that they can't find what they want. This is UK and America. They cannot find what they want. They cannot find happiness. They can't find anything they want. They're becoming Muslims faster than men. Faster than men.
Do you think it's because they have a hard time meeting men? And like if you're a
Everything.
Muslim chick, it's almost like, all right, you're covered in a garbage bag. We'll find you a husband.
You know what they if you ask them, what most of these women will say, if you ask them, why are you Muslim? How do you feel? Many of them will say, it's the first time I felt respected. They would say that. That's how they'll
because
feel.
no one can see them.
That's how they feel. I'm not judging it as right or I'm not. I'm saying what's happening.
Until you
If
try to
anyone thinks that
drive
I'm
a
making it
car,
up,
then they
do
throw you
any-
off a roof.
No. This is American Muslims. They're not
Okay.
going to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
They're here in America.
Okay.
Becoming Muslims. Now, here's what's actually happening in America in general. So many women who want to have good, powerful men that don't really exist, right? They're sharing men. Women have voluntarily created a harem system in most big cities. LA, Atlanta, New York, all the big cities, Philadelphia. And there's X number of men.
Like there's a wife, there's multiple
And not even a
side
wife.
pieces.
There's side pieces, and they all know their side pieces. They know each other. They don't care.
just a harem
There's
of
literally
side pieces.
Facebook pages saying, "Are you dating my boyfriend?" I'm not joking. That's a Facebook page thing.
I've seen that before.
You've
It's
seen
true.
it? Yeah, I'm not making this up.
Wow.
It's true. It's a real
It's a
thing.
really popular Facebook
Yes.
group too.
So there are literally
Oh my God.
women have voluntarily created a harem system in most major cities. It's not as common in suburbs or in rural areas, but it's very common in cities because these women want these powerful men. There's only a certain amount of them, and women
and you get like 15% of their time.
yes, and
yeah.
cities are magnets for powerful women. Right, powerful women who want to do good things come to cities. It's a common thing, right? So you have a magnet of all these massive women coming to a city. There's only X number of men who can match their standards. Those men go, and their men are open. No, I'm going to be dating 4 women. And women go, all right, I'll take it because it's that or nothing. And then some women at one point are saying, you know what? I'm going to go to Islam. It's happening.
Do these men who want to date, do they also want to have kids, or they're still in the phase of their life where they just want to date around?
Depends. If they're older men, they would have kids from the first marriage.
Okay.
If they're older men, they have kids in the first marriage, then they date 3 or 4 other women, right? Some of them will blend their families together, right? Whatever the case may be. I've seen that happen before. I have a buddy of mine who's, with someone in the blended family and has side pieces and she knows. So that happens too. So
Wow.
I do see it happen, right? It does happen. And some of them don't want kids. And some of them say, yeah, I'll have 3 or 4 baby mamas. They don't mind. If they have enough cash to pay, they don't care. It depends on the guy. Some do and some don't.
Right. Look at Elon.
Look at Elon. Elon's got what, 6 baby mamas now? Is that right?
I
7?
think Amber Heard is one secretly.
She probably is.
Yeah.
She probably is. He probably likes what she does. She does.
What does she do?
She poops on the bed and stuff. And he
Oh,
probably likes that stuff.
he's into.
He's probably one of those guys who
bed
says, don't wash. He's probably one of those guys. He has Napoleon complex, so probably true. But yes, my point
I like
being,
Elon.
when you have unhappy people, this is my number one that I keep bringing up. Unhappy people.
It's almost like they want so much structure. They want like discipline and structure because they don't know what to do themselves, like living sort of untethered.
Yes. Yes. Unhappy people beg for authoritarianism.
Wow.
Unhappy people beg for socialism.
Look in New York City.
Yes, they're unhappy. Exactly right. Unhappy people beg for Islam. Unhappy people beg for, believe it or not, when it comes to
These
Christians.
could all be bumper stickers, Larry.
It's true. But I say this all the time, and I push this. I'm the only guy talking about making people happy. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. They knew it 250 years ago. They were right then. They're right now. Happy people like democracy. Happy people like capitalism. Happy people like families.
They don't do violence.
Happy people don't kill people. All the people. Again, I'm going back to my Rogan interview. When we were talking about school shootings, I said what's killing our kids is not guns or whatever. It's three things:
Fatherlessness.
lack of purpose, lack of community, and loneliness. Those are the three things. Every one of the people who committed those crimes in Brown University, in Australia, Rob Reiner's kid.
That's crazy.
Assuming it's him. All of those people who committed those crimes, every one of them, they're unhappy. If they were happy, they wouldn't be doing this. They'd be with their girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife or family or at their job or with their friends or drinking and having a fun time with their buddies or whatever is the thing makes you happy. They'd be doing that.
Yeah.
They're not happy. When it comes to Christianity, you're seeing people leaving Protestantism and they're going to Orthodox Christianity and Catholicism.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes, it's happening everywhere. It's more structure.
Yeah, it is. And it's more hoops, but I like that it is. It's like it makes you want to step it up, and it makes you want to step up your relationship with God.
100%.
More is demanded of you, and so you're like, oh yeah, this feels like more serious.
Yes, absolutely. People want that community, right? They want that community, and I get it. I understand it. People want community, and they get it with that. So I'm sorry, I yapped away, but
no,
yes.
it's interesting though, and that it circles back to why New York City voted for Zoran.
Yes.
They're unhappy.
Well, yes. Well, the issue is when you have this is what happens all the time. People say, "Oh, but Larry, his policies won't work," and my response is, "Great. What's your answer?" Well, it won't work. I got it. What's your answer? Well, you don't understand economics. So you're going to give me a history lesson now or economics lesson? Which one? I can't pay my rent. My kid can't read. I can't find a boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't give a shit about your history lesson or your this won't work. Give me an answer. I don't have one. I'm voting Mamdani. I'm getting free buses. And that's what people kept doing. When people are in trouble and they have no answer or a bad answer, they take the bad answer every single time. And we never learn. We keep going, they're stupid. Great, they're voting your rights away. They're dumb. They're voting your rights away. So you can insult them all day long, but they're the ones who can get the cops to arrest you. So maybe you should stop insulting them and start converting them. I'm trying to convert them. I'm tired of yelling at people and calling them. I mean, I'd still yell at people and call them names. But I shouldn't yell at people and call them names. It is fun. Yes, it is fun. But I'm trying to convert people because, well, they're dumb. My kid can't read, I can't find a girlfriend, and I still can't get a job, and I can't pay my rent, and I'm still unhappy.
And I don't have enough money to go on keto.
And I can't even go on keto because I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So I got to go buy bread that's not good for me and eat chocolate. I can't do that. So yes.
I make both those things.
There we go.
Oh my God, we have some super chats. Hi,
great.
Kiki. Keanu in the
Let's
chat.
catch up on.
I love Keanu.
Oh, same.
Yes.
Let's start. How many did we miss? Let's see.
We got a bunch
Bill
of- we gotta
Vecchio,
come.
thanks
Okay.
for the 2. If Larry wins a line, will Chrissie become mayor? Imagine that, Chrissie Mayr.
I love that. You'd be Mayr.
I would be. I already have the shirts made.
Yes, you'd be Mayr. Oh, I love that.
That's my
You are
merch.
so running for mayor.
I
Yes.
should give you a Mayor
True.
Mayor shirt.
Yes, you're running for mayor.
That
So
Liberty.
to answer Phil, yes, that is the New York State law says if Larry Sharpe becomes a governor, Chrissie Mayr becomes mayor.
I would knock out Zoran.
Yes, you would knock out Zoran.
I'd be like, look,
Correct.
I'm not young and brown and charismatic, but
You do have better hair than him.
yes,
there
thank
we go.
you. And I
There's
don't
something.
smell as bad.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Well,
Napoleon
that's
might
debatable
disagree.
tonight. It's not a good example.
Yes.
That Liberty Lady for $199. How can we get that pullover and how do we volunteer?
Pullover is wonderful. If you
I've
guys,
never heard anyone call it a pullover.
yes, I call it a hoodie, but it's fine. Call it what you like, but whatever you do, please go and get one. You can get one at larrysharpe.com /shop.
Sharpe shop.
That's correct. It is my Sharpe shop.
Why don't you just
I
call it
have
the Sharpe
shirts,
shop?
which by the way, underneath is a shirt. So shirt 2.
Ooh.
Shirt.
Move the mic a little bit so I can see.
Sorry.
it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
people can't see. Keep it PG, Larry.
PG.
Okay, and it says Larry Sharpe for governor.
And
Wow.
So both.
They
Designed,
match.
by the way, by my daughter with her art degree.
Ooh.
So I got something from that damn art degree.
There you go.
I did get that, yes.
Do you have zippy versions available?
Not in this case, no. We also have mugs, though. We also have shirts, hoodies, mugs, bumper stickers, and also specialized shirts. We have a Second Amendment shirt, which says,
Ooh.
yes, which is a picture of New York State with a Beretta.
Guns out, guns out.
Yes, with a Beretta. If you go there, you'll see that one also. And it
mean
says, it's a right, not a suggestion.
I think you mean burrata,
I don't mean that. I do
which
not
are
at all.
delicious.
I do not mean that. I do not eat firearms. Don't listen to her. Do not eat firearms. It's a bad idea.
Burrata. It's like a cheese and a tomato
Never
salad.
put a firearm in your mouth ever. Have safety. Please be safe. But yes. And so we have those. So please enjoy. If you like, head over there and do that. And you can also volunteer by going to larrysharpe.com/volunteer. I require a lot of volunteers. I do. I need a lot of them because I need people to be my social media army, my SEAL Team Sharpe. I need that. Please come and help out and, do all the liking, commenting, and sharing and all those. I need them because what I work hard for is legitimacy, right? If I'm a Republican or Democrat, the first thing that happens is they go, oh, is he better than the other Republican Democrat? Okay, he's good. If I'm independent, I have to be amazing.
Wow.
Or I'm garbage. So I have to fight hard. So I need legitimacy more than anything. And by the way, matching funds. If I get 5,000 New Yorkers to give me a total of $500,000,
What is that? How much is that each? Quick.
$100.
Asians in the chat. Okay.
$100. Average of $100. New York State will match anywhere from $5 to $250. So as long as the average is 100. So if you can afford $5, great. You can afford $250, great. But anywhere in that area, please give that. If you can give that and I get $500,000, I raise it, New York State will give me $3 million.
Wow.
Yes, 6-1. If I
And they
get,
hadn't given, in like previous times you ran, you didn't get
Didn't
any-
have it.
You got no money from
no,
it.
they didn't have it. The law didn't exist.
Okay.
It's a new law.
Wow.
That's how Mondani became
Wow.
mayor, as I mentioned.
Right, because he got what? Did you say $15 million?
He got 12 million. Yes. Here's what I will promise anyone listening or watching. If I get $12 million, I'm the next governor of New York.
Wow.
I'm not joking. If I get $12 million, I am the next governor of New York.
How exciting. I can say I knew you win.
Yes, I will be Thanos. I am inevitable. I am indeed inevitable. Yes, I will be inevitable. Yes.
Cool.
So that's all that matters. So,
Okay.
so please, if you can, if you live in New York, if you don't live in New York State, please give me money anyway. But if you don't live in New York, I mean, if you do live in New York, if you give between $5 and $250, matching funds
Yeah.
is 6 times. So if
If
you give me
you-
$10, $60, $100,
If
$600.
you've ever visited New York, if you're a little bit like sad, like if you don't want New York to like go down the toilet, that probably means you should like throw Larry a couple bucks.
You should.
know?
You should. Look, whatever happens in New York goes every place.
True.
It does. So yes. Alrighty.
Oh my gosh. Okay, interesting. Okay, that Lady Liberty for $1.99. Explain Stefanik equals spoiler and why she should drop out.
Oh, this is very important.
You know, I heard about Elise Stefanik. I heard about her when Anthony Constantino was going to run
Yep.
for office, and he was going to run.
he is
I
now
think-
again.
He is again.
Yes, 'cause
I
he's out
love
now.
him.
Yes.
He's
crazy.
he's awesome though.
But yeah, I'm not saying bad, but it's crazy. But yes, absolutely true. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the issue. New York State is 23% Republican.
That's it.
That's it. A Republican has not won a statewide election, meaning governor, AG, senator, in 23 years. An entire generation.
Who was the last one to win?
Pataki,
Oh, wow,
2002,
that's right.
23 years ago. So the state's getting bluer and bluer. Even when Zeldin had a chance at somewhere, since he left, 1 million people have left.
Whoa.
And most of those would have voted for Zeldin. There is zero chance of Stefanik, any Republican, winning. Zero. No chance. It is a fantasy. The numbers are not there. But Larry, people hate Kathy Hochul here all the time. Well, when Democrats don't like establishment Republicans, they vote for Mamdani. Curtis Sliwa, a friend of mine, a guy I like. I know him. 7% of the vote. Not 17.
Wow.
Not 70. 7%
He would
of the
been
vote.
great too.
Yes, he would have 7% of the vote. So Stefanik cannot win. If I drop out tomorrow, Stefanik still loses. If she drops out, I'm the next governor. Because I cross over. She does not.
Drop out.
If Stefanik drops
You're
out,
watching.
I win. Why? Because I cross over. 30% of the people who support me are Democrats, 30% are independents, and 40% are Republicans. I know this from me running before.
Yeah,
I'm aware of
your
that.
stats.
I know the stats. I cross over. Stefanik does not. Neither does Hochul. Neither of them cross over. That's why all they do is yell at each other. What does Stefanik do? Hochul bad. Trump is great. Now you might go, but I like Trump. Wonderful. Most Republicans in New York State do like Trump. Most Republicans do. They're 23% of the population. So you got hardcore 23%. That's not going to win. If you're a Republican in my state, you've got to cross over. You've got to get independents and Democrats. Stefanik has done nothing to cross over. Nothing. She's still doubling down on Trump.
Wow.
And Hochul literally says, if you're a Republican, get on a bus and go to Florida.
Who would take a bus to Florida?
I don't know, but that's what she wants. She says, don't drive. She didn't say drive. She didn't say plane. She literally said, get on a bus and go to Florida. And she said, if you vote Republican, her words, not mine, do the homework, think I'm making this up. She said, if you vote Republican, you are anti-American and anti-woman.
Oh, great.
That's what she said. So why do I bring this up? Because she knows that Republicans are going to vote for Republicans and Democrats would never vote for Republican. So as long as she gets her people out, she wins. So she yells, Trump bad, Republicans evil, Democrats show up, she wins.
All the brainless talking points.
Yes, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
No one crosses over but me, which is why, her point, the actual spoiler is Stefanik.
Wow.
Because I'm the only guy running crosses over. You might go, Larry, are you that special? Yes, I am.
Yes,
and the reason why I am is because there is no one else in this state. And I'm not joking when I say there's no hubris involved and no joke. No, not hyperbole. There's no one else in the state who could do this, who will. There are people who could do it. They would never do it. The only person in this state,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
The only person in this state who can do it and will do it is the guy you're talking to now. No one else can and will do it. Could some rich guy do it? Yeah, he would never do it. I know, because whenever independents want to run, they come to me. And they ask me, Larry, how about this? And I tell them how it works. They go, I'm not doing this shit.
I've asked like a lot of work.
I've literally asked people. I've gone to, and I've asked the people to do it for me. I've said, can you do it? Will you do it? Come on. They won't even talk to me. Like, you're high, I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I'm not going to punish myself for a year. Had them put a microscope up my ass and call me names all day long. I've already had a microscope up my ass more than once, so I know.
We've all seen what's up there.
We have. It's true. Nothing new.
Just a lot of keto.
Nothing new.
Phil Vecchio, thanks for the $2.
Yes.
Comedy fundraiser for Larry in upstate New York? Question mark?
Phil is from the Albany area. That's why he wants that.
Oh, yeah, I love
He's from the
Phil.
Capital District, so yes.
That sounds like a great idea. I am down. I would love to help with that if we could
that.
make that happen.
We had a good one in 2018, didn't we?
We did. That
We did
was
a good
really
one.
fun.
That was a good one, yes.
We should do it again. Okay.
As far as governor candidates go, I'm not a bad stand-up comic. Compared to other governor candidates.
You're hilarious, and
Yes.
you've been on
Yes.
you run in hot water, for goodness sake.
That's true.
So come on. Kiki Thompson for $4.99. Hi dolls. Always love Larry's take on things.
I love Keanu. She's wonderful.
I love Kiana.
She's
too.
amazing.
She's great.
Yeah.
We did Gina. Oh, Gina Visconti for $5. Larry's mic Larry's mic get out when he said and her husband after. This is like
Hold on.
incoherent.
I think what he
Gina's
means
having a
is
joke.
Larry's mic went out when he said that her husband, after he said, I love Keanu. Oh, and her husband. Yeah. Yes, I love Keanu and her husband. The mic did go out. He's
Okay,
correct.
okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes,
get it now.
he's correct. I went and the mic just went out. Sure, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, I also like Gino. Gino is also
Gino's
crazy.
great. But in the best
And
way.
also wonderful.
Yeah.
Both. Yes, he's also great. Gino, you are also crazy. Just saying, you are.
Gino's the best. Gino's birthday show, by the way, Larry, if you're free, you should definitely come out.
All right, there we go.
December 28th, Sunday, at Rodney's in New
Okay.
York City.
I have to come.
I think it's at 8:00.
All right.
But definitely come.
I will heckle him. It'll be fun.
Heckle him. I'll be there. Gino will be there. Kiana will be there. A bunch of other people from Compound Media. A lot of funny people will be there.
Yes.
Cool. That Lady Liberty for $1.99. The E in Sharpe equals electable.
Yes.
Give what you can.
I started that in 2018 because people would say, how do you spell your name? I said, Larry Sharpe, S-H-R-P-E. The E makes it special. The E stands for electable.
Not erection.
Well,
everyone.
could be. Come on, don't say that. It could be. Why are you messing with me here? Maybe it does stand for that.
Why
Maybe
are you
it does.
sandbagging me?
Maybe it does stand for that. So yes.
We're gonna keep it professional.
Maybe it stands for enormous.
Erectable.
How about enormous? How about that? Maybe it
I
stands
like
for that.
erectable.
Yeah. Yes. Might do that. Who knows?
Interesting. Okay. What have you learned, or what are you gonna do differently from your previous runs?
Win.
Ooh.
Yeah, big difference. Win. No, I got to tell you, one of the things that I've learned more than anything else is that the system is utterly against me, and the system isn't about winning. The system is about power. And early on, I was naive enough to think that it was about winning, and it isn't. It's only about power. So if people can stay in power, they don't care if they win.
Like Nancy Pelosi, like what?
Correct.
Think about everybody who's crusty and
the Democrats are a perfect example in this case. The Democrats, not this last election, but the election before, the Trump election, got their ass kicked in every way. If you remember when Trump won in 2024, the Democrats got their ass kicked that year in every way, shape, or form. And, you know, that immediately the Democrats took all their leadership and did nothing. Not a thing. No one lost their job.
Wow.
I'm not joking. No one lost their job. They got their ass kicked in 2024.
Who should have lost their job?
At least half of them. At least somebody. No one lost their jobs. They were like, oh, darn, we lost that one badly. Make that stock trade again. That was it. That was done. They didn't care. No one lost their job. No change. Of course not.
So because they want to run the same people, right? And just
whatever. Who cares? As long as they're in power, they don't care. They don't mind. As long as they're in power, it's all good. It's all that matters. If you've noticed, nothing's getting done anymore. People are just staying in power. Why do you think so many Congress people resign now?
Right. Didn't Marjorie Taylor Greene just resign?
So did Amash. And there's about 4 or 5 other Republicans on the block thinking about resigning. Why bother? You can't do anything. You don't do anything.
They just they throw their hands up. They're like,
here is how it actually works. People don't know this. We've allowed the parties to run everything. Parties, by the way, are unconstitutional. They're not in the Constitution. They're just made up, right? Everyone in our earlier years, from Washington to Jefferson to Adams, all the old school boys said, bad idea. Don't do parties. It's going to wreck shit. And we went, we're smarter than you. And we are not smarter than them. And so right now, whoever is the Speaker of the House, whatever party is in charge, Speaker of the House, decides what bills go on the floor. You might go, that's a good idea, Larry. No, it isn't, because they just go, no. So I elect you to be my representative, and I go, come on, Chrissie, put these bills on the floor, and let's go do things. You go, yeah, and you put a bill on the floor. And the guy looks and goes, no. But what do you mean, no? I got elected to put bills. I know, no. But no. Just no. Why? Because I say so. That's how it actually works. And people go, oh my God, I can't get anything done. Not just that. You can't get the Congress to vote on anything with the president saying yes. So then why have Congress? Right? If bombing Iran is so important, if supporting Ukraine is so important, if supporting Israel is so important, if bombing Venezuela is so important, I'm not saying they aren't. Let's say they're all super important. Why isn't Congress voting on it? They're supposed to. We literally have a constitution that says president cannot do that, because what used to happen in the 1700s, kings got pissed off and started wars. That was a thing. So we said, I would like the king to not get pissed off and start a war. So let's not let him do it.
Is that why we have all these no king protests?
Yes.
Wow, they're really doing a great job.
They didn't work.
They're getting so much done.
Yeah. So what they should do is, instead of going no kings, they should change Congress.
Oh.
That's what they should do.
Yeah, no one ever talks about Congress.
No one does. Which they get mad. They go, oh, these damn executive orders. Well, they have to have executive orders. People don't know what executive order is supposed to be. An executive order is supposed to be a way to do something. So, for example, Congress passes a law that says the president will make sure every baseball hat has cotton in it. Okay, great. Finally, been waiting for that for years. So now the president goes, okay, here's my executive order on how we will inspect the hats. Not making a new law. The executive order explains how to enforce the law.
Okay.
That's what it's supposed to be for. But now we said, we're just writing laws now. Why? Because Congress won't. Now, Congress should say...
why won't they?
Because then they're responsible.
Huh.
Why would I want to be responsible when the president will take all responsibility?
And especially if Congress is like the opposite party of the president.
Even if they are, who cares?
They just don't want any.
I have no
pushback.
responsibility.
They don't want responsibility.
I don't have to make. I don't have to think. All I do is,
Wow.
well, how do I vote? That checkbox. I vote the way my team tells me to do. I go off and raise money and make stock trades and become a millionaire.
Damn.
Why would I buy? What?
That's so
It's
depressing.
the best job in the world. Why the hell would I pass a law? That's for idiots. I'll be responsible for stuff. What am I, stupid? I got
Wow.
stock trades to make.
So there's just like there's no point in Congress. It's not doing what it should be
Doing
doing.
nothing. It's a colossal waste. If Congress went away tomorrow, nobody would notice.
Huh.
I'm not even joking. Nobody would notice. When was the last time they passed? In New York State, we don't even pass laws in New York State. We pass budgets. We pass laws in a budget. How New York State works is if they fund it, it's a law.
So if we don't have a functioning Congress,
Correct, we don't.
Isn't it kind of like having a king?
Yes.
But then people blame Trump
And they shouldn't blame Congress.
during these protests.
Yes.
It's just a way to get their TDS out, but really they should be like
Blaming
pointing the finger
Congress.
at Congress.
Well, okay. If you lean left in America, the Democratic Party has controlled the presidency, has controlled the Congress and the Supreme Court, all of four of them sometime over the past 25 years. Where was your codification of Roe v. Wade? Nowhere. Where was your Medicare for all? Nowhere. They're not going to give you anything. Why would they? If you lean right in this country, okay. In the past 25 years, Republicans have controlled this House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court. Where's your balanced budget amendment? Where's your comprehensive immigration reform? Where's your repeal and replace of
The
Obamacare?
19th Amendment.
Fine, whatever.
Kidding.
But where is any of that? Nowhere. Why would they do it? There's no need.
Why?
Because I can now yell about it all day. Kathy Hochul still talks about abortion, women's rights.
Yeah.
Okay, to be forward, whether you believe in right choice or not isn't the point. In New York State, it is codified in both law and our Constitution. There is literally zero chance of there being any ban on abortion in New York State. It cannot happen. We have a supermajority in our Assembly, Democrat, a supermajority in our Senate, Democrat. We haven't had a Republican statewide elected in 23 years. It is codified in law and codified in a New York State Constitution. She's like, we got to protect the woman's right to choose.
Which gets people scared.
They get scared.
They just want to make people afraid.
Correct. So now I've got to vote for her. Why? Women's rights. It's zero chance. It's not a thing. Now,
Yeah.
other states, it might be. Not New York State.
Wow.
It's not a thing. You would have to have such a massive change in New York State. It would take 30 years.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't. You still see people, gotta vote, reproductive rights.
You mean killing our baby rights? Yeah.
But even if you care, it's not going to change. It's physically impossible in this state. Impossible. So, of course, they don't change anything. Right?
Wow.
Our judges don't do anything either. Our judges completely fail us constantly, all the time. If you ask a judge to this day and you go, Judge, what's your job? They will always say the same thing. I have to follow the law. Utter lie. Total horseshit.
I think of Letitia James.
It's not true. If you look at what our Constitution says, the judges are supposed to interpret the law, right? And the executive follows the law. Here's what we have. The legislative branch does nothing. The executive branch makes law, and the judges follow the law. What's supposed to happen is the brain dead chimps in our assembly make stupid laws. They always do. And the judges go, no, that's stupid. No. That's what's supposed to happen. No, you can't do that. That's stupid. You can't do that. No, it's not a law. That's their actual job. But they don't. But he goes, oh, they passed a law? Okay, how do I enforce this law? No, dummy, it's a terrible law. When I was in court fighting these laws in 2022, I literally told a couple of judges, you're my only hope, Ben Kenobi. There is no one else. No one can stop this law but you. It's your job. And they would literally tell me, I got to follow a law. No, you don't.
Wow.
But why would they follow a law? Because of the party system. Judges are
get
not
bullied
beholden.
into it.
Correct. Judges are not beholden to the Constitution. They're not. Judges are beholden to their party system because the party system gets them elected or selected.
So the party bullies them into
Correct.
enforcing laws that they should be just
Correct.
rejecting.
Absolutely. Or they'll lose their job. I've had judges tell me that to my face.
Wow.
I had to just go, Larry, bail reform in New York State. How
Bear?
bad that was. Bail reform.
Oh, I was like, are bears a problem?
Bears are a problem. But
We have one up here in Pleasantville.
but bail reform in New York, I actually thought, again, naive me, when it first came out, I knew it was a bad law, but my assumption was, no, the judges will fix this. There's no way a judge is going to see a guy who's been arrested 6, 7, 8 times, who's violent. He's going to let him out. He's going to go, nope, You're staying in, and then they'll fix it in appeals court. There'll be a bunch of appeals. They'll have judgments. They will fix this law in the courts. Silly me. It's very rare I'm wrong, Chrissy, but that time I was. I was wrong. I honestly thought that they would fix it. I believed it. I was so wrong. And I was in an area in Plattsburgh, and a judge came to one of my events, and I said, dude, why do you let him out? I just asked him. His wife's right there. I said, why do you let him out? He goes, I have to. If I don't, I won't have a job.
Wow.
He told me right to my face. I was like, okay. And then I was another judge. I'm fighting on getting on the ballot. He goes, Larry, you got to give me a reason to say this. I said, but you know it's wrong. He goes, I know, but I got to have a reason.
Ugh.
Literally said it. These are judges beholden to their party system.
They seem spineless.
They are spineless because they'll lose their jobs. We had one judge. This is a very popular thing for Dexter Taylor. You've ever heard of Dexter Taylor? Who was?
I've heard of the show Dexter.
Not the show. Dexter Taylor is a guy who was in Brooklyn. He was an engineer by trade, and he wanted to decide if he wanted to become a gunsmith or not. So he bought a bunch of gun parts legally with a credit card and put them together, saying, "Oh, maybe I can become a gunsmith." He's an engineer by trade. Well, the feds look at his record and go, oh, he buys stuff. He's a criminal because of Kathy Hochul's new ghost gun laws, which makes illegal guns illegaler, which that'll teach him. So they come in and they arrest him. No, didn't sell any, didn't do a crime. This just had pieces.
Not 3D printing anything.
Nope.
Right?
Just bought them legally online. Wasn't hiding them on his credit card, the whole deal. Put him away for 10 years.
Oh, my gosh.
And the judge in that case literally said, don't bring the Second Amendment in this courtroom. Yep. And to be clear, for those who don't know, the Second Amendment is a part of the Bill of Rights, which is a part of the Constitution, which that judge took an oath to uphold.
Wow.
So that judge said, I know I took an oath to uphold the Constitution, but I'm not gonna because I am more beholden to my political party than I am the Constitution.
What a black pill.
That judge should be impeached, removed, and she should lose her her
judge cape.
No, she should actually lose her retirement. She should lose her pension. And if I become governor, I will remove her and take her pension.
Is she currently still working?
Of course she is. There's no punishment for that.
Do we know her name?
Yes, we do.
Are we going to say it?
No.
How exciting.
Yes.
Let's go to the chat. I just saw King of the Chat.
We got a big one.
We got a big one. This is, could you play us the applause button?
Oh, I don't remember which one it is. We might have to hear a smoke detector beep or two before I find it.
Yeah, do a chirp. Just push any button.
No, that's not it.
That's fine.
There we go.
Thank you, Freeman, for the $100. Wow. Did old DePaulo made a comment on his show today about how on All in the Family, rest in peace, Rob Reiner, when Meathead first met Archie Bunker, his main concerns were the economy, war, pollution, and racism. My, how nothing has changed. It's still the same playbook.
Yes. True.
Thank you, Freeman. Yes, you are the king of the chat.
Freeman is correct. Well done, Freeman. Thank you for your support. Thank you for what you're doing. You should be supporting Chrissie. She's awesome. And you are correct. Things don't change. Why would they change? As long as they can keep us fighting each other, they win, right? If we are fighting each other, we're not going to fight them.
Wow.
That's the whole point. He's correct.
It's so true. And I think so many of us know this deep down. It's just we keep getting distracted with new shiny things.
Yes, correct.
And
new drama
on Twitter.
New drama.
Should we care about Erica Kirk and Candace Owens? Should we be following that? I'm like, oh, does that affect my life really? Ultimately,
I'm not against people enjoying drama. I think it's fun. It's entertaining. The problem is we often take it too seriously, and then it consumes us. And then we're not helping ourselves. You're
doing what you need to be doing. You're not making your bed.
Correct.
You're not prepping your meat for your keto diet to start
as
tomorrow.
you need to. Correct.
And when I say prep my meat, get your minds out of the gutter, everyone. That Lady Liberty.
The E does stand for erection, so I'm saying.
Electable.
Electable. Sorry, electable. Yes, electable.
That Lady Liberty for $1.99.
Or enormous. Don't forget.
Enormous. Uh-oh. Larry just said the J word. No.
Yeah, I do hate judges. I do. They have Jews. We're not Jews. No, I don't hate Jews. I do hate judges.
We love Jews.
Yes. If the judge happens to be Jewish, I'm saying.
Then yeah.
Yeah, but it's not because of the Jewish part, because of the judge part. So yes, judges have abandoned us. They have betrayed us. They are supposed to be the ones who defend us, and they don't. They haven't. They have lost
You
their
know who
way.
does? Judge Judy. That's the only judge I can trust.
That's true. We should have her.
She'll say, "Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining."
See that? Why isn't she the judge of all judges?
She should. Can we promote her?
We should. She's getting up there in age, though.
What is she, 100
do this
now?
again. She's about 109.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Why don't we just, I don't know.
You know what we should do?
Give her some vitamins.
Get AI to clone her. See, I'm thinking.
Yes, clone Judge
Get AI to
Judy.
clone Judge Judy.
Birth her in a laboratory womb.
Judge Judy is 83.
Okay, that's fine.
Young enough to come on the podcast.
She's probably still sharp. Not Larry Sharpe.
She's not Larry Sharpe because she'd be sharp without the E.
Yeah.
No erection for her. I mean, no enormous for her. Sorry.
No.
No enormous for her.
We're going to keep it professional with her.
Yes. So
Alda was almost cast in a Judge Judy episode. Oh my gosh.
Hopefully not as the defendant, but
Great.
yes, but no, if we could clone her and then replace all judges with her, well, okay, I'm in. Good plan. See, when I win, I'm gonna have to put you on my council so you can help me out.
I don't know if I could be taken seriously in that kind of a job. I'll try though.
You do have a way of getting to the point, so.
Really? I'm not like a politician person, but
Do you think I need that?
no, you're you're enough politician for the both of us.
That's my job.
Okay.
That's my job.
I'm just there for decoration.
No, actually, you know what I actually need more than anything? People who know me know it's true about me. I need people who will tell me the truth.
Okay.
I do not
You
like.
need to start eating more sugar. I'm just kidding.
Damn it. Damn it. Okay, gotta eat cookies. That's it. Yes. No, I need people to tell me the truth. I don't need yes men or yes women.
Right.
I don't need people who just want to tell me that I'm smart and
Those
awesome.
people are that way, right? Because they want to keep their jobs. Right?
Correct.
They want to keep the person liking them. So
But people who know me know that's not how you keep my job. Your job. People who know me, people who've been with me for years, know they have to be able to tell me, Larry, I think you're wrong. Larry, it's not a good idea.
Larry, that color's all wrong for you.
It is. You got to change the colors.
Yeah.
Yes. You should not be a black guy. Mistake.
No, I meant like what colors you wear. I'm not saying like bleach your skin.
Do the Michael Jackson, Larry.
Do you know what?
Do
Bleach
it. Do the Michael Jackson, Larry. Do it.
Bleach it a little.
A little bit. Yes. Bleach it. Do the Michael Jackson. True. Yes. So,
Oh shit.
no, I do need that more than anything else. I don't need
You need
people
to
tell
keep
me.
it 100.
100%. Yes. If they don't do it, then what? Right? And if people aren't prepared, people always say, well, Larry, aren't you going to become corrupt or it's going to go to your head?
Aren't you going to become corrupt?
Yes. And
Yes, I can't wait.
I might. I mean, I'm still human. I hope.
What's your
I
price?
would love to be incorruptible. That will be amazing. But I know that I'm human. I probably am. So what are the odds? What are the odds of me becoming less corruptible or not corrupted at all? Is only if I surround me with people who are going to keep me square.
Right. And even if you're just less corrupt than everybody else
True.
we've had, that's a win.
I'm telling you, vote for me. Less corrupt.
I like that.
Less corrupt. That literally is going to be my new thing.
Less corrupt.
Vote for me. Less corrupt.
Less corrupt Sharpe.
There we go. Less corrupt. Vote for me. Not as corrupt as the others.
I mean,
There we go.
that's all we can hope for.
So
Let's see, is there anything else in the chat? Any questions for Larry? So how long is Zoran going to be in office for?
I think Zoran's probably going to get 2 terms.
Oy.
I think he will. And the reason why is he's not going to do as much as he wanted to do because he can't. Right. But he is very charismatic and friendly, and people like him. And Republicans have no chance at beating him because the New York City is 7-1 Democrat to Republican. So Republicans are never going to beat him. They cannot beat him. It's impossible. They're lucky if they get someone to run again. New York State is about 3 cycles away from no longer running Republicans in the state level at all. That's what happened in Utah and Nebraska on the opposite side.
Whoa.
Nebraska is so red. Utah is so red that Democrats don't run statewide candidates anymore. They just can't.
Wow.
It was 4-1, Republican, Democrat.
Wow.
New York, California, 3 cycles away from they'll just stop running statewide candidates. There's no way they can win.
Wow.
New York City, if it wasn't for Curtis Sliwa, there wouldn't have been a Republican candidate. No one else wanted to run.
Wow.
Why would you run? You cannot win. You'll just get beat
He
up.
caught a lot of flack for not dropping out, right?
Well, I'm gonna defend Sliwa. I'm gonna defend him. Here's why I'm gonna defend him. Nobody wanted to run as a Republican because they knew they would get their ass kicked. Of course, Sliwa, being the dedicated New Yorker, the dedicated Republican, said, "I'll take the L.
Aw.
I will take the L." And the second he did it, all of a sudden, the Republicans were like, "Oh, great, you did it good. Bye, sucker," and ignored him. No money, no nothing. He's out there struggling. I'm going to his events. There's 12 people in his event. This guy's a Republican who started the.
And he's also like a fixture. I mean, he's like a big deal. He's
started the Guardian Angels.
Yeah.
Yes. And they completely screwed him over.
Wow.
So I warned them of Mamdani. I told you this. I had Mamdani on my show 3 years ago now, right? Mamdani is very charismatic. He called himself a sewer socialist on my show.
Sewer socialist?
It comes from the bottom up. That's what he called himself, the sewer socialist. And he was a good cut. We talked back and forth. I told him about libertarian ideas, went back and forth. Savvy, smart. I warned the GOP about this guy. They were like, whatever. I'm like, this dude's good. He's no chump. He's real. They laughed at me, as Republicans never listen to me. That's why they keep screwing up. They won't listen to me. That's fine. They didn't listen again. So now all of a sudden, Mamdani wins the primary. And like, maybe we can get Sliwa in. So they're thinking about giving Sliwa some more money. But Sliwa's campaign was already broken from months of having no money.
Wow.
So like, you know what we should do? Let's bring in Eric Adams or let's bring in Cuomo, whatever. Right? We'll do that.
They were all over the place.
So now they literally stabbed him in the back. And the New York GOP, and we're very clear, anyone who's Republican, the New York GOP told New York City Republicans to vote for Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah.
The guy who literally said his words, there is no room in my state for conservatives. His words.
Yikes.
They said, vote for that guy. The guy who put, 19,000 seniors into nursing homes and killed them?
Killed a lot
That
of
guy.
people.
And then blamed the workers for it. That guy.
I can't believe people are
vote for that guy.
overlooking that. Like how soon we forget.
So Sliwa said, to hell with you. I'm staying in for spite. And I gotta tell you,
I like that.
I agree with that. I'm not mad at him. Some people are. I'm not.
They
I'm
really
like,
jerked him around.
yes,
huh?
I'm like, go for it, Curtis. I'm in. Do it.
Yeah.
Go. Stay. I'm not mad at him. I was at his last events. I was there going, go on.
Yeah.
Go. I was not mad at him for it. I did the same thing. If it was me, I'd done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So
That's
I can't get
horrible. Wow.
That's why I'm saying it is terrible what they do. The New York GOP has given up on winning. They don't care anymore. And this is not a Republican thing. Democrats do it in Utah. They've given up too, right? If you're in a situation where you're a one-party state, what are you gonna do? Can't change anything. It's over. So.
Okay, Max, with a question. Actually, did I miss the other one? That Lady Liberty for $1.99. We did the J word. Okay. K-Max for $10. Thank you, K-Max. I still remember Larry's penchant for coffee ice cream.
I do love coffee ice cream.
I do too. Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs is the best.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Okay, we can agree on that.
Now,
I do have some upstairs.
Baskin Robbins is still decent. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. But if you go to Baskin Robbins, it's Jamocha almond fudge.
Right.
Or Jamocha, which is the equivalent of coffee ice cream if you go to Baskin
Jamocha.
Robbins.
She sounds like she works at the DMV.
She does. She's a very nice lady. Her nails are amazing. Just saying they are. So, yeah. But so Jamocha, if it's Baskin Robbins, which is still good, but Haagen-Dazs is the best.
It is
that
the
is
best.
the one. Yes, absolutely correct.
But I didn't finish reading the rest of that chat.
Yeah.
With Chrissie and Larry together, what is the best? Oh, we said it before I even read it. What is the best brand of coffee ice cream? Duh, obviously Haagen-Dazs. And did you hear what's happening now with Breyers? They can't legally call it ice cream anymore because it's been changed. Like Breyers used to be a kind of bougie
it
ice
was
cream
the all
brand.
natural.
Yeah, there was the bean flecks in it and everything.
I remember that. Yep.
And I guess it's been changed so much so that they can't legally call it ice cream.
What's it like? Ice cream food?
It's like dairy treat product.
Yes, that sounds
I don't know
delicious.
exactly.
Would you like some dairy treat product?
I think that's also the Turkey Hill has gone that way as well.
Ouch.
And I was like, don't you touch Haagen-Dazs.
That's good. That is good.
But there is coffee Haagen-Dazs upstairs, Larry.
You're trying to get me to say
Happy holidays.
You are a bad influence. Coffee, ice cream, and homemade cookies.
Oh, it's so
Damn
good.
you, Chrissie. Yes.
My mom got me addicted on that. She would take a coffee Haagen-Dazs after my dad was asleep. She would hide Haagen-Dazs, wrap it in a plastic bag, and just hide it in the freezer. I mean, like,
wow.
She had to actually conceal the identity of the ice cream because my dad would be like, "You're fat. What are you doing?" You know, Germans.
Yes.
You know how they are.
Yeah, I do. Very
So
much
she would wait till he was fast asleep, bust out the coffee. She'd even be like, "Do you want some?" Like, Dad's asleep. The giant is sleeping. And I'd hear the plastic bag rustle out of the freezer, and it's just like, but it does remind me of her. So
Sweet. It's very sweet. Yes.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
she would down the whole thing. Whereas I can't let myself do that. Like I gotta at least.
Yeah, I'm bad. If you give me the pint of ice cream, I'm eating the pint of ice cream.
Yeah, that's why you got to just scoop it a little into a bowl and put it away
Yes,
and be
you
done
have
with
to.
it.
If you give me the pint, I'm eating the pint. You have to tell me how much I can have. Like you've got to say, you're having this.
Because with the pint, it's just like the spoon keeps going because
It
you're like,
does.
oh, it doesn't look like that much. It's not that much. And then you're like, oh, it's half.
I'm half
and then,
done.
And then it goes from half to less than half. And then you're done.
Then once you finish it, what are you doing?
Once you've hit
You can't
half,
put that back in the freezer.
it's
can't do that. Come on now.
You're past there's
just-
no turning
that's
back
just
once you've
mean.
hit half.
Yeah, it's mean putting it back.
So if you can eat less than half, you've won.
Correct.
That's the way to eat ice
But I
cream,
can't
everybody.
do that, so I don't.
You have to quickly spoon it into a bowl and get away and put it back and run away.
I learned a long time ago. I don't do moderation well.
Okay.
That's not my skill set. So I'm all or nothing.
You're not. That
So
explains the
that's
keto.
why I'm keto, because I'm just nothing. Just nothing.
That makes sense.
It is. I'm much better that way. So look,
It's either keto or you're mainlining a sleeve of Thin Mints.
or I'm 400 pounds. That's it. Yes, the E will stand for enormous. The E will literally stand for enormous. The E will stand for emergency room. That's what it will stand
E.
for. Yes. Yes. That's what it will stand for. We do not want this.
The E
It's a bad
stands
idea.
for I have to be airlifted out of my apartment.
Correct. The E stands for I'm going to be on my 600-pound life. That's what that stands for.
I
Yes.
would totally watch and
That would
support
be
that.
cool. That would
I'd be
be
like,
cool.
I remember Larry when he was skinny on my couch talking
used to
about
be
all
on
his ideas.
keto. Look
He
at
used to
him
have all these
now.
ideas, and
Yeah.
then he thought maybe I'll just be 600 pounds. That'll make me people will be able to identify with that. and
Now
I'll
we've
get
got
elected.
8 firefighters cutting him out of his room.
And now he's famous.
He's famous now. It worked. Maybe now he'll run for office.
Now they're going to finally name a bridge after him.
But I would collapse if I crossed it. But yes.
Right.
But yes, all good. Yes,
How exciting.
absolutely.
Aldo, thanks for the $4.99. I wanted to go on one last adventure to New York to see you and meet my producer bro, Matt. Maybe help a bit too on the 28th, but it's expensive. Oh, well.
Okay,
I
it
don't
is
think
Where do you,
expensive.
Aldo, you live in Texas? I've already forgotten. No, California. I forget where you are.
I don't think I'll be here on the 28th anyways.
All right. So never mind, Aldo.
All right, but here's the issue. If you come to New York, do not stay in New York City.
No, stay in what, Jersey?
Stay in Jersey
Or,
stay in
Yonkers.
your Westchester is fine.
Yeah.
Stay where you can still get into the city easily without having to use a car.
Right.
Right. Many
Uber
New
or
Jer-
what? Subway?
Yes, many New Jersey hotels now will have shuttles to the spots. They'll have a shuttle to the train station, a
That makes
shuttle to the
sense.
bus station. So stay in Jersey or
Yeah.
stay in Westchester is better. Long Island's tough. I would stay in Jersey. If you're gonna stay in the city, stay in Queens.
Yes.
Right? If you're gonna stay in the city, stay in Queens.
That makes
Right.
sense. 'cause
And
you
remember,
can,
yes,
you can
when-
take the subway in.
100%. You can subway in. If you're looking for food in New York City, good
Queens.
general food. If you're looking for good ethnic food, it's the boroughs. Right? It's Queens.
You want to go somewhere and eat with your
Brooklyn.
hands?
Yes,
Go
it's
to
Queens,
Queens.
Brooklyn. Yes, you're not wrong. 100%. It's Queens. Yes, you're correct. But if you want good, fresh food, go upstate. But if you want an experience, Manhattan.
Yeah.
What are you looking for an experience? You're gonna pay for it, but you'll get an experience.
Yeah, you want
to Manhattan.
your restaurant to slightly rotate
Yes.
over the course of an hour? Yeah.
Or you want to
can do
have
that.
singers and dancers while you're eating, or you want to do a murder mystery dinner or whatever. That's all Manhattan. If you want an experience, go to Manhattan. If you want good ethnic food, go to boroughs. You want fresh food, go upstate.
How far upstate?
Anything past Westchester, basically. Past that area.
Hey.
Well, no, Westchester is still very, very suburban.
Yeah.
You want to go to a spot where generally
farms
speaking,
and
if you're
stuff.
upstate and any local diner, not chain, local diner has prime rib,
Yes.
Take it.
We always get the prime rib at
always. if they
diners when
have-
we go
'cause
upstate.
that's the cow across the street.
That makes sense.
Yes. If that diner has prime rib, get it.
That's actually my nickname now, the cow across the street.
I like that.
Gotta get back to the gym. Cool.
I know my state very well.
You do.
I do. I
Which
know my state
what's
very
your
well.
favorite part of New York?
I'm biased because I live in Queens.
Yeah.
But I still love the Bronx though. I love the Bronx. I love Queens too. I still love Yankee Stadium. I have so many good. I grew up by Yankee Stadium. I still have good memories of Yankee Stadium too.
Oh, the old. I never went to the old Yankee Stadium.
I actually went to the old one.
What?
Yes. Many people don't know this. It was an old Yankee Stadium from before 1974 or 76, and then they rebuilt it. And for a while, the Yankees played at Icon Stadium or something like that. I forgot, Downing Stadium, whatever, someplace for like a year while they rebuilt that. Then they rebuilt the new one. People don't know the new one is actually in a different spot.
Right.
The new one is where the parking lot used to be.
Right. It's like across the street.
Yes, which screwed up all the local stores that had been there for so many years.
Oh no.
Because they were across the street from the stadium. Now they're across the street from the parking lot. Yes. So yeah, they moved it over. So, but I have a lot of fond memories of that part.
Wow.
But I do like when it comes to upstate. I like Western New York very much.
What towns are? What's that?
Buffalo, Rochester.
Okay. Rochester's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those areas. Only because of the farmland out there. Wyoming County out there, Steuben County, Allegheny County. A lot of former Amish Mennonites.
Ooh.
Good people. And you can. It's a place where if you go up in that area, you'll go there. There'll be a farm stand, and there'll be a bunch of produce out there with pricing on it, and a box to put money. And nobody there.
That's so small town values.
Yes, nobody there. You just walk up, grab your melons, put the money in the box, leave. Grab your melons, money in the box.
There's
leave.
no one there to grab my melons.
Yes. Well, if you ask, I'm sure they would.
Okay. That sounds fun though.
So.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Aldo, for $199, I lived in the New Yorker hotel for 3 semesters, Larry.
Yes.
Wow.
That is over on New Yorkers on 8th Avenue and 34th, I think. Is that right? 8th or 9th?
Yes. Yeah.
In that area? 8th
It's
and
near
34th?
the old Compound Media Studio
Yep.
near MSG.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
That's cool, Aldo. Philip Vecchio for 2.
Hold on. New Yorker, I actually went there several years ago and I played a Magic the Gathering tournament there.
Wow. I know you were such a nerd.
I am a nerd. I played that and I also played the game Diplomacy. And for those of you who know this is very niche. For those of you who know the game Diplomacy, it's a very niche game. Very few people play it. I actually won in a tournament Best Austria. True. I still have the plaque. I won Best Austria.
Please win the governorship, so that won't be your biggest goal.
That right
your
now is my
biggest
biggest achievement
anymore.
is Best Austria. True. But
Austria.
if you happen to know the game Diplomacy, Austria is one of the hardest ones to play, which is why that
Wow.
matters. It's the center of Europe, hardest to play in the game. I was Best Austria.
He's good at strategy games. He'd be great.
True. I am good at strategy games.
Matt is also a nerd.
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
So yes.
Phil Vecchio for $2. Sharpe Comedy in the Finger Lakes Wineries. I thought it said wieners, but it says wineries.
Well, we could do that too. Remember, it does stand for enormous. But yes, wineries. Wineries is a good idea. I do love that.
That sounds really cool.
Yes. There's some very nice places out there. The Finger Lakes is beautiful. The wineries there are amazing.
We have a lot of good ideas.
Yes. Breweries are good too, but wineries, generally speaking, breweries are interesting to go visit for like beer tasting and such, but they tend to not have that look and that setup that wineries do. Wineries are set up for visits.
Yeah, and you got
Right,
you like
breweries
to
aren't
hang
always.
out. Brewery,
Correct,
you
yes.
go there to like get drunk or like it's like it's a little bit of a bro hang where
Yes,
wineries
exactly
a little
right.
bit female friendly, a little bit more date friendly, even more family friendly
100%.
actually.
Yes. Winery is a good idea. Yes. I was just at
Wedding
Ashley
friendly.
Lynn.
Who's getting married at a brewery? Nobody.
Well, some people, but not many.
Trashy people.
The wineries are also very nice. I was just at Ashley Lynn Winery recently in Waterloo. That's in the Finger Lakes area. It's a beautiful place, open space, great stuff.
I love that.
Yep.
Larry, this just flew by.
It always does.
You're so fun to talk to. Did you talk about everything you wanted to?
LarrySharpe.com. Give me money so I can become governor.
There it is.
If you like what I'm talking about, if you want someone who's going to give you answers, look, in the last 2 times I ran, the odds of my winning were slim to none. I knew that. But I could get ballot access for another party so that we can have a third party in this nation, in this state. Why does that matter? New York State is now a one-party state. And this year's election with Mamdani proves it to be true. It's a one-party state. And once a one-party state, nobody gets what they want. Democrats get ignored because they're going to win. Republicans get ignored because they don't care about them. And Republicans keep leaving. The state is broken. How do you fix it? It will have to go independent before it goes red. The state will go gold before it goes red. I know that because last year when Dan Osborne ran in Nebraska, the Democrats don't run candidates statewide in Nebraska anymore because they can't. He ran as an independent and got 48% of the vote for for U.S. Senate. Not for state Senate. The United States Senate, 48% of the vote.
Wow.
Nebraska will go independent before it will go blue. New York will go independent before it goes red. If you understand that, the only way of moving the state forward is through independent parties. The Republican Party in a statewide is dead in the state. It doesn't exist anymore. Please don't listen to, you never know, there's a chance. That's a bunch of horseshit. They're lying to you. They're stealing your money. I want to ask this important question. If you supported the Republican in 2018 in this state with money, time, and energy, what'd you get? Nothing. Threw your money in the garbage. Where's that person? Gone. 2022, same thing. What'd you get? Nothing. Threw your money away. Didn't. Same thing happened in 2026. If you supported me in 2018, I'm still here. Supported me in 2022, I'm still here. Right? I'm still trying to fix things. So it does matter. But I'm not done with that. Now we have a chance of actually winning. Matching funds didn't exist before. Matching funds exist now.
That's a cool.
If I'm able to get, that's how Mom Donnie won. $12 million is how he won. If I get $12 million, I'm the next governor of New York.
I thought because he had a nice font and
he did have that too. I mean, this didn't hurt, but you get good marketing when you have $12 million.
Yeah. Give Larry $12 million so he can have a good font.
I'll have the best font of all the fonts. I will become the font master. You will see that happen if you give me $12 million. Please do that. It does matter. $500,000 from 5,000 New Yorkers. I get matching funds. And here's the best part. Imagine me being on a debate stage.
Oh, you would crush. You'd wipe the floor with it.
They would have to actually answer questions.
Yeah.
Now what's going to happen? Here's what we're going to see. Stefanik against Hochul. Hochul will go, Stefanik's just a Trump supporter. She's a Trumpster. Trump is evil. Boo Trump. That's all she's going to say. How are you going to fix things? Trump is bad. You screwed up. Trump is terrible. That's what she's going to say. What's Stefanik going to say? Hochul is Mamdani and they're all communists and Marxists. That's all she's going to say. No one's going to have an answer. No one's going to care. That's the entire thing. No one's going to vote. And Hochul wins again.
Wow.
So there's one or two things going to happen next year. Hochul's going to win again, or I'm going to win.
Ooh.
That's it. There is no other. If you think there's something else, you are living in a fantasy world. Stop being a sucker. Stop being a chump. Only two things are going to work. Hochul wins, or I win. That's it. You'll pick one or the other. Now, imagine if I don't win, but I come in second or third, and I still make impact. We can still change next year.
Yeah.
How do I know that? In 2018, when I got ballot access, in 2019, we had 107 local victories.
Wow.
We went from 0 libertarians to 107 in 1 year.
Wow.
Yes. We can do it again.
Okay, I'm kind of excited. I'm not.
You got me excited over here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not as black
It's
as I
doable.
was.
It is doable. And I want you to think about how people talked about Mamdani winning the mayorship across the country.
Yeah.
Imagine I win the governorship. It will change the nation overnight.
You'll get so famous, you'll stop answering my texts.
I will never do that. Never. Do you know why? Because you've always supported me, Chrissie. Always. You always have. Even when people were hammering me, when people were dissing me in 2022, you never left me. I will never forget
Why
that.
would someone diss you? Well, because it's politics.
Because I was losing.
Politics is
and when
gay.
2018, I was winning. In 2022, I was losing. So I saw all the people who turned on me. Dozens, if not hundreds, turned on me. You never did.
I didn't really probably know enough to turn on you. No,
don't say that. I want to like you. Okay, now I hate you again.
I'm just kidding. No, I could never. That's I just don't understand. Like, you're the same person.
They turned on me hard. I mean, they shoved the knife in my back hard in 2022. You never did. I'll never forget that. So anyway, my point being, if I actually win the governorship, it will change the entire nation overnight.
Wow.
And imagine New York City has a socialist and New York State has libertarian.
That'd be really cool.
It changes everything. So you want to make things happen. This is the answer this year.
If you care about New York at all, throw Larry a couple bucks. And I see your one of your handlers in the chat is saying that you have an Ask Me Anything on Wednesday.
I do. Wednesday at 7 p.m. And you can get on my show if you want to. Head over to the Sharpe way. And you can. I do an AMA. Ask whatever you want. I will answer live.
Anything. Ask me anything.
Correct.
How exciting.
And I'll have an answer because I'm that smart. And modest,
you really
too.
are, and you're smart but humble. Like,
yes.
I don't feel dumb talking to you.
Oh,
which I usually do with smart people.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to Freeman, the king of the chat, for that hundo. We love you guys. And we'll have you on again,
Yes.
obviously, because we got to save New York.
Yes, indeed.
Everyone follow Larry.
LarrySharpe.com, everybody. Check it out on
LarrySharpe.com.
YouTube, on all the things. I'm on all the things. YouTube, Twitter, all of them. Larry Sharpe.
Larry Sharpe. Larry Sharpe. Do 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 do. Larry Sharpe. Do 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 do. Larry Sharpe. Do 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 do. Larry Sharpe. Can I make your campaign song?
100% yes.
Okay, cool.
Immediate copyright infringement.
Immediate trashed the entire thing.
Thank you for watching NightMayr. We will see you guys back here on Thursday with former NYPD Bill Cannon, host of Police Off the Cuff podcast. Thank you for watching NightMayr. We'll see you next time. Bye.